being said, I still wanted to publicly say I love you, Murph. I apologize. I barely got my computer fixed about a week ago. I'm gonna plan on Monday to like you somehow, someday. So I know y'all like. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about some Raiders.
Get that here before damn it, this is a hurdle that we gotta get over.
I know I talk a lot. Sometimes you're all I have. My family, my heart. Sometimes you get to give it a month. Yeah, it's scary sometimes. All right, let's quickly look at the Raiders cap space. And again, I hate that I keep having to show this with the organizations and the decisions they're making that I don't like. Man, I just does it become like a conspiracy theory? Are you stupid? Is it like what the hell? If we can't become a shoe, but can we just be like for all the people that blindly love propaganda, blindly love every decision, think everything's going good, that have their mouths open in their heart every day, and don't see their reality in life, yeah, too bad for you. That's the way there is. You can't see beyond the ignorance. It's like that guy in the Matrix when they feed him a steak dinner, because he's giving up the locations and all the deal and everybody. They're feeding him a steak dinner to fatten him up. Eat all up. And he's like, all right, I'll go back into the Matrix and help you guys find them. I'm going to get them. I don't want to remember nothing. I don't want to see the truth. I don't want to know the truth. I don't want to realize the truth. And I want to be famous. I want to be somebody respected. I don't want to be a nobody. I want to be a celebrity, a dumb celebrity that don't know the truth. Once you see the truth, my eyes were woken. Like
Stanford Van
many years ago.
Yo, what it do? What it do? What it do? What's good with everybody, man? Feeling blessed, man. 50 billion things on YouTube. The fact that you allow me to grace your screen for any amount of time is greatly appreciated. Much love, much respect to any and everybody that's pulling up. Shouts out to everybody in the building. Let's see who's up in the building. We got a boy Alfredo, who's a member of the Raider Nation Network. Salute to you. My boy Big Worm, also a member of Raider Nation Network. My dude Ja, the official security guard, you know what I mean, head of security for N.W.A. Our boy Ja, what's good with you? Me, I'm in the building. What's good with me? How I'm doing? You know what I mean? Real C Dub, what's good with you, man? Salute to you. Hope all is well. You know how it is. Wipe, you know what I mean? Dust them kicks. You know what I mean? We don't do the wipe them feet. That's that Doc's bullshit. We dust them kicks over here, man. Dust them kicks, you know what I mean? Dodges everything. What's good with you, man? Salute to you. Hey, Zeus, my guy, what's good with you, man? Salute to you. Pizzle 4420, what's good with you, fam? Hope you're doing good. Joe Lee's in the building. Salute to Joe Lee. Raider Paul, my guy, what's good with you? Quiet Q, a guest of mine. He in the backstage, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be out in a hot minute. You know what I mean? What? Hey, Ern already know. Ern already know. Ern already know. We don't do that around here, man. We dust them kicks. What's good with you, West Side Ern? Salute to you. Who else in the building? My boy, All Eyes on G. What's good with you, fam? You know what I mean? Representing that yay area, my boy Sebastian. What's good with you, family? Salute to you. Jimmy G's pouring double. What's good with you, man? Salute to you. Hope you doing well. I mean, Carl, what's good with you? Hope all is well. You know what I mean? Hope you're doing good. Gravy, my guy. You know what I mean? You want to get your beard right. You wanted to flow luscious and feel good and smooth all up on the ladies. You need to holler at my boy Gravy. Get that oil for the face, man. Game 110, what's good with your family? Salute to you. Hope all is well. Charm City, my guy, what's good? Salute. Richard C., my dude, what's good with you? My partner, my business partner, my homeboy, my ace boom coon. You know what I mean? Raider Allegiance in the building. Salute to you, fam. What's good with you? Darren Hearn, what's good with you, man? Salute to you. Mike G., my guy. My bro, what's good with you? Circus in the building. What's good with you, man? Double S Dre, what's good with you? Salute to you, family. And that is everybody that, I missed Willie Wayne, my guy, what's good with you, man? Salute. Hope all is well. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, it's a roundtable. Tonight I got guests. I got a lot of guests. I got some special guests. I know it say N.W.A, but I had to reach out to some cats that I fuck with. They're not an N.W.A, but they got their own shit. And I feel like y'all need to be watching them. I brought them over here tonight so I can get their opinion about day one, because you know what? Everybody got opinions, but you know what I mean? Not everybody should be like even close to on point. These dudes be close to on point, if not on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Raider Nation Drinking Club, I got my boy GQ and Quiet Q tonight. And then, of course, my homie, my partner in crime, my comedy, Ace Boone Coon on the Instagram, our boy, Mr. Raider Kush. What's good, fam? How y'all living?
What up? What up? Raider Nation, what's at it?
All is good, man. What's up, Raider Nation? Thank you for having us, man. Appreciate it, Dirty.
Always, man.
Salute,
always, man.
salute to you, brothers.
Raider. You know what I mean? I want to send a shout out to Mikey Raider. He trying to make peace in the nation. Mikey, as much as I love you, it ain't never gonna fucking happen.
I was watching that shit too.
Yeah. And N.W.A is not rocking with nothing Mount Shipmore ever. Never. It's never gonna happen. So sorry. It's not. As much as I would love for everybody to be, friends and family and all of that, it's never gonna fucking happen. Never gonna happen. I love you to death, Mikey. Appreciate you starting this Raider content creation, but N.W.A is never gonna squash it with Mount Shipmore. It's never gonna fucking happen. Never.
We have our reasons. We have our
reasons. You know what I mean? It's never gonna
happen.
We
don't start shit.
It's still all love. It's just it ain't never gonna happen. We peaceful with the people in the middle that ain't involved. That is it.
That is us. But he said that is it. That is us.
Right.
Uninvolved.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm peaceful with people who ain't involved.
Straight nation or nothing, man. Yeah. Straight nation or nothing. That's what we bringing. You know what I mean? That super hood tailgate vibe. Anybody who knew about Oakland, remember the super hood tailgate? You already know what the vibe is. You feel me? So that's what we bringing from Raider Nation Drinking Club. You man, make sure you got your drink, make sure you got your smoke. You feel me? And make sure you let them goddamn Raiders. Period.
I love it. Love it.
When your love of the dollar bill overtakes your love for the Raiders, I ain't rocking with you no more.
And let me cut in real quick, because we gotta say it. Obviously, if anybody watches our show, Raider Nation Drinking Club, you know that we was always with the three. You feel me? The three amigos. Obviously, our Presidente, Big Mighty Thor. He's away on vacation with his wife. They out there having a good time out on the water right now. But we want to make sure that we shout out to Big Homie, because we would be doing our thing too if he was here with him. But yeah, man, we happy to be here, man.
All right,
man.
I appreciate y'all for being here, man. And I mean, salute and cheers to all three of y'all, man.
Yeah, and let me go ahead and get mine cracking. I can't be behind.
And I hope that you guys' numbers fly through the roof this season, man. Safe travels to our boy the Mighty Thor. May they get home safely. Baby. You know what I mean? And salute. Thank you for being here.
Salute.
Now, with that being said, and a little something on the whistle, let's just jump right into the shit, because I know for a fact that you guys have something to say about what took place today. You know what I mean? Y'all discussed it on your shows before. You know what I mean? The possibilities of certain things. How y'all feeling about Jimmy G today, man? We ain't fuck everybody else. Fuck Epps. We'll talk about them later, man. Let's talk about Jimmy G.
Before Q go, because let me tell you, Q is the ultimate. He's the ultimate I told you so right now. So I'm gonna give him that. We gonna give him that. So,
I already know. That's why I jumped straight into it. I already know.
So before he get to his, I'm gonna say my piece, man. Everything for me right now, obviously, right, as Raider fans, we always go through this. We'll all right next year. You know what I mean? All right next year. All right next year. All right. It's always got to be next year for us. You know what I mean? Because of what the shit that we go through. But in this respect, with what we got, with Jimmy G coming in, I'm I'm giving it the year. You know what I mean? That's why I got my McDaniels. I'm giving McDaniels this year advisor on right now. Look, I had this sports advisor. You know what I mean? Look, I'm gonna give you this year, bro. You know you had last year, so here you go, a fresh year. You got some pieces, some staples already in place. You got your quarterback. Now, my thing about the quarterback is the price. So Q already said he was coming, man. But my thing that made it okay for me is the tag. The price tag makes it okay for me. Him at that amount allows us still to do what we need to do, and I'm okay with it in spite of that. So I'm gonna let Q go ahead and run it because this is actually your take, Q.
Oh man, just for me, man. I just kind of saw where the shit was falling. You know, I think McDaniels wanted Brady. He retired. I think he kind of wanted Rodgers, but that he's like 40 and you had to give up draft capital and pay him almost $60 million for a year, and he's not even sure if he want to play football. He still don't know. So the fact that they were together before, he knows the offense. I mean, that was his guy. And you know, when you're a general manager or head coach, you want to win and lose with your guys. You know, so that was just the position I saw it going. I think we were down too far to draft Young or Stroud. And I mean, I think at this point, I didn't want to go with a rookie that I didn't want to go with Levis or Richardson for me personally at 7. And it just always the last few weeks has just definitely looked like we was going the Jimmy G route. You know, people talk about our offensive line. The 49ers got four offensive linemen, 4 quarterbacks knocked out last year. 2 in the playoff game, Trey Lance and Jimmy G in the regular season. Their offensive line gave up 44 sacks. I think the Raider offensive line gave up 30, 33 maybe. I just feel like, you know, our offensive line was better, and it was mix and match. So if they can get some draft picks in there to shore up that O-line, give him a little more time. I just felt that this is where it was going, and I ain't saying this was my choice, but I felt that this is where it was going, and I just want to win. So,
and what we do know is that when he's on the field, obviously, there's the elephant in the room on Jimmy is, well, he's injury prone, or is he going to be able to stay healthy? And that's the obvious question, right? But we can't, as fans of the team, fans of our quarterback, we can't wish on him to go down, right? Even though it's like, well, we always got to wait and see every year, but you still can't wish on him to go down. So in my best mind, he stays healthy in the year. So when you work with that fact, we know that when he's on the field, he's a winner. And you can't refute that. You can't, you know what I mean, that you can't go against the fact that when he's on the field, he's a winner. He's a winner. So if we can keep him on the field, we can keep him upright, and we can get him through the year. I definitely feel like in terms of stopgap wise, long-term decision, long-term option, no. But stopgap wise, this year, next year, if he can stay on the field, definitely. He definitely gives us a shot. Go ahead.
Real quick. I got some guests backstage, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, pull a bit.
First guest I want to bring out to the round table, ladies and gentlemen. This man is an accredited reporter. He covered the Super Bowl. He's had 2 fire ass interviews in the last 3 weeks, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
I expect more to come. He is who I call the James Brown of Raider Nation content. He is the hardest working man that I know in this game right now, ladies and gentlemen. From the Unfiltered Truth, the one, the only, your boy, Mr. Phil Robinson. What's good with you, Phil?
What's up, Phil? What's up?
What's your fam?
What up, family?
And ladies and gentlemen, coming fresh off a show that he just did right now. If you didn't catch it, him and Raider Ray was on fire tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Love bringing this brother out because I consider him family. You know what I mean? I spent the whole draft time that I was in Vegas last year was spent with this brother right here. We went from place to place, fucking getting fucking boom mics and fucking cameras and food and everything else, man, wasting fucking time. And then we also teamed up to whoop that ass of Mount Shipmore in the flag football, ladies and gentlemen. the man with the game-winning interception, my boy, the one, the only, fresh out the tomb, Mr. Farrell. What's good with you, Farrell?
Hey, what's good, man? Hey, man, appreciate you having me on, man. Salute to the fellas, man. Hey, man, it's gonna be a fun show tonight, man. Appreciate you having me on.
Yes, sir. And then, as I'm introducing my boy Farrell, another guest pops up. Ladies and gentlemen, we call him the chaplain of N.W.A. You need some prayer, you need some words, you need some encouragement. You definitely want to holler at this brother right here. He is the CEO of what we call Brown Crackers. The man owns the channel for Yes Sir Outdoors for all your outdoor needs. Ladies and gentlemen, the Catfish King. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Raider Twan. What's up, Twan?
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's up? What's going on? Blessings to everybody, man. How y'all doing tonight?
Twan?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, bro?
Good.
Yeah, man, chilling, brother. I'm chilling, man. So we were discussing the Jimmy G situation or whatnot. You know what I mean? So you guys ain't really missed nothing. You're pretty much on time. Y'all know I normally take the first 16, 15 minutes to rant, but I ain't want to tonight. I just wanted to jump straight into the round table. So yeah, I ain't really missed too much of nothing. You know what I mean? So it was on my boy GQ. Go ahead and finish what you were saying, GQ.
Oh, I was just reiterating the fact that obviously, along with everybody else on the team, health is wealth, right? If we can keep Jimmy healthy, if we can keep him on the field, I know that he can be a winner. We all know he can be a winner. He's proven that when he's on the field, when he's healthy, you know what I mean, he's a winner. So I'm confident in that fact. But it's like, if, right? It's the if is a fifth, right? If he stays healthy. But again, with his numbers, that move makes sense, like Q was saying, the familiarity, in the system, all of that. But his numbers still allows us to make the moves and do things that we need to do, right? And obviously, I think it's still obvious that we're going to go after a young quarterback somewhere, but it allows us to wait, later on that instead of trying to reach up for somebody that we don't need.
So, because I definitely think he can beat her. I mean, is he better than Carr? I mean, here say, well, who knows? But he knows the system a little better. We got the weapons to. We got the leading rusher. We got Devontae Adams. You got Waller. You got the little slot receiver. The O line played better than Renfro. The O line played better than we thought last year, even with the mix and match, only giving up 30 sacks. People would have thought they gave up 60 when people talk about them, but I think he can make some moves in there, man. If you stay healthy, everybody needs to stay healthy. Shit, Jacobs and Waller, everybody needs to stay healthy.
That's my main concern is him staying healthy, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the kid could be a good quarterback. You know what I mean? He has all the tangibles. He's serviceable. He can win. But the thing is, if you go back and look at his career, at least the last 5 years, this motherfucker's never completed a season. Ever.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That might be the reason you got the contract you got. You know what I mean? But then you go and get a man a $45 million fucking injury settlement. But you didn't want to give Carr $40 million to play the last 2 games, but you want to get this guy $45 million in case he gets hurt.
Wait, say that again. He got $45 million guarantee, right?
Injury settlement.
Injury settlement.
That's what they called it.
They're calling it an injury settlement.
Yep.
Yeah, but you didn't want to take the chance of Carr playing the last 2 games for $40 million.
But it is what it is. They wanted him out.
I know they wanted him out.
Let's call it what it is.
We can call it what it is, but I still feel like you shot yourself in the foot. Had you just let him play the last 2 games, you wouldn't have looked so motherfucking petty. If you just decided to trade him in the middle of the season, like say you tried to trade him today.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least the man would have been like, you know what, you did right. You know what I mean? You didn't embarrass me. You didn't fucking embarrass me. You embarrassed me and then think I'm a go and accept a trade. I knew he wasn't going to accept a trade nowhere.
I mean, who would have? I didn't even understand why they was even shopping at. I mean,
his brother
trying
straight
to
up
cut me.
If he wanted to accept the trade, he wasn't going to let him do it.
Yeah.
I mean, let's call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You didn't ask for a no trade clause so that you could be traded.
Exactly.
And he did you guys even watch the introductory press conference?
I did.
Yeah, he says right off the rip he was never accepting a trade.
Yeah.
Right off the rip.
His brother said it. Derek Carr said it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It makes sense at the end of the day. But Derek Carr is long gone. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
But he's gone. I
He's
get
gone.
that.
But I think we can all agree that Jimmy G is a bridge QB. Like he's not here to become that QB for the Raiders. If he is, then it is. But from what I've seen and what we've seen, he played with a talented team in the 49ers and he didn't do nothing with him. You know what I mean? Like I think at this point, I think it's about who the Raiders are going to pick for the future. And the future is going to be in that draft. Hopefully they can draft somebody at some point, but hopefully in the first round.
And that's my concern, Farrell, is what I'm saying, Jimmy G had a, what I'm saying, I call it the all-star penthouse suite. You know what I'm saying? He had everything around him that was nice and comfortable, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if we're at that place, you know what I'm saying, with the top defense and all the things that the team that he just left, you know what I'm saying, had. And that was the even on top of that, that was my even further concern when when we were talking about bringing in Tom Brady, you know what I'm saying, and guys like that. A lot of those guys, again, they had the penthouse suite. And if we eliminate the fandom of us being Raider fans, we know that we ain't got the penthouse suite here. It looks lovely on the offensive side, but that looks like a half done house when you look at the entire, you know what I'm saying, aspect of things, So that's been my concern. So hopefully Ziegler can put it together so we can get somewhat of what, you know what I'm saying, these other complete teams have.
That's
It
why this
comes
whole
down to
time right
culture.
now, it does come down to culture, and this whole time right now too is going to be speculatory until they make the moves and we get the pieces that we get, right? So like, because we are in this discussion about it early, obviously we want what we want. You know what I mean? We're fans of the team. We want to win. We want to make the right moves, but it's just the facts of the matter is they ain't made the moves yet, right? So until that happens, until we see the pieces that come together, it is going to be speculation. But what we do know is we know we had an offensive line that was a top 10, 11 offensive line in the NFL, even with what they had last year. And they're only to get better. And this was my thing, even when it's with Tom Brady coming. His O-line was dog shit. And our O-line was better than our O-line. And people won't want to admit that or say that, but it was, right? And so with another year with the young O-linemen that we had playing as rookies, they got a year under their belt, right? They got to they develop, they're gonna grow. And then like you said, we get a piece or here or there to fill in, especially like at the guard spot, right? We need guards, a right tackle, but we got to see what a Luminor is gonna have or Mumford, right? But on the offensive side, I feel like a Jimmy G quarterback should be able to come in and have extreme success. And we have a lot of resources to address the other side of the ball. Now, obviously, they got to do it, right? They got to do it. We got to see it done. We got to see the moves, right? But that's we waiting and seeing, right? That's what it is,
I just think
But I
our
feel you.
offense.
I feel you.
I just think our offense is geared and ready. We had to lead, like I said, we had the leading rusher. You got Devontae Adams. You got a bunch of weapons, man. We just need somebody that can get on the ball. It's always been a thing with Josh McDaniels, tough offense to learn, all that. So I mean, he got his guy. So we're gonna see. So this is a put up. This is a big year for Josh McDaniels too. I mean, it's huge. You took a playoff team and won 6 games the next year. So, and I know it's turnover. You getting your guys in there, but this is his move. So this is on him. Let's get it.
But you know
Yeah,
what's going to buy him some time? A young QB. I think if he gets a young
Facts.
QB in the draft, he could sell that to Mark and tell him like, "Hey, I need some time to develop his QB. I need more than 1 year. And if they do at least a little bit better than 6 games next year, he's still coming back. I think if it would have to be worst case scenario if he doesn't come back. He got to win like 1 game or something like that and lose the locker room, or you know what I mean. I think all signs point to them still draft. I think what the Jimmy G signing does, it kind of like it gives them a poker face in the draft. Like, okay, what are the Raiders actually going to do in the draft? Like, they got Jimmy G. Are they really going to? Because everybody was predicting, because the Panthers, I don't know if y'all seen that report, that tweet by it was something to the effect that the Panthers actually traded to number 1 was because they thought that the Raiders were going to get number 1 and the Colts were going to get number 1. So that's why they felt like they needed to trade to number 1 to get whoever they want to get at that spot. So that should tell you that they feel like the Raiders are going to be targeting the QB in the draft.
I just feel like, you know, like my brother said above me, I just feel like they're in a place where, you know, McDaniel's got his guy. You know what I'm saying? And if he can't get it done with, you know what I'm saying, I can't see him having that excuse that, you know, we're not winning because I ain't got my guy. Like, I understand, like, if they draft a quarterback or whatever, that's for the future, but Jimmy G is our starter. Like, I don't see mysteriously if all of a sudden we were able to land Stroud or somebody that's ready week 1, you know what I'm saying, and then he trots him out there. Okay, maybe you can use that as your excuse, but I think Jimmy G is really that guy for us. Anybody that we do bring in is going to be a, you know what I'm saying, down the future, you know what I'm saying, eventually pass the torch to quarterback. So I feel like the pressure's still on McDaniels.
Definitely.
Yeah. The most disappointing part for me was probably I was just talking about Stidham a couple of days ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we was going to take this Jimmy G route, I would have at least wanted to see something that we got out of Stidham. But at the same time, I feel like if the NFL was throwing a barbecue, the Raiders are that uncle that showed up with that auntie back in the day that we broke up with, but she knows, you know what I'm saying, she brings that good potato salad, and everybody's like, hey man, you know what? We're gonna just root Unc on, you know what I'm saying? She got that good potato salad. That's what it feels like right now. It's real familiar. You know what I'm saying? It's something that McDaniels is real familiar with. And we just looking at him like, man, Unc brought that old ass bitch back over here to this barbecue again. Like, man, we know better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it really feel like. But hey, if the dude stay healthy, his numbers look good, bro. They look better than Carr's have career-wise. He got 4 playoff appearances, which if I'm taking a rookie, at least he can be able to share that experience with the rookie. And I don't expect him to be grooming a rookie, but if we have that alpha dog that's going to be in that room, he's going to be soaking in some game. And Jimmy G got a lot of game, at least on life, about what he got going on and on the field too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, just so you know, they talking a whole lot of stuff over here at the spades table, man.
Yep, exactly. They like, look at Unc. They like, look at Unc. He brought that old ass bitch up in here, man. Come on, man.
Hey, look, potato salad.
She got ass.
Potato salad really ain't that good this year. I don't know what she did, but potato salad really ain't that good this year.
They said it ain't the same, man.
It ain't the same. It ain't
the same, man. She tried something different this year, and I ain't happy with it. Look, I'm gonna be. I said I'm gonna give him motherfucker 7 weeks. I'm gonna give him 7 weeks, right? But the only thing that I'm taking away from this signing is that you save some money, you save some draft picks. Now you can go do what I asked you to do, which was address the defense. Now, I'm not happy with the 2 pieces you brought in on day that you agreed to on day 1. I'm just being honest. They really don't move. Those 2 motherfuckers really don't move the needle for me. It's like signing Darius Phillips last year. It really ain't moving the needle for me. You know
Day 3 was crazy though. Day 3 was crazy last year though. Was it day 3 or day 4?
But as for day 3 was when we actually signed somebody. We didn't sign anybody in the first 2 days. And then the first nigga we signed was motherfucking Darius Phillips. Nah, I'm just saying. I feel like, okay, yeah, you made a splash with a quarterback. Was it the quarterback that anybody wanted? No, it wasn't. But at the same time, I didn't want the other two either. I didn't want Lamar and I didn't want Aaron, simply for the cost that it would have taken to get both.
That would have been a number.
The price was too high.
Yeah,
the price was just way too high for me on both of them. For quarterbacks that may or may not work out when they get here. The one thing you can say about Jimmy G is at least you know he knows the playbook, right? And then for me, the upside is I might actually get to see Chase Garbers play.
I knew I was waiting for you to say it. And we're 30 minutes in. You said it. There it goes. I'm with you. I like Chase. He a Cal guy.
I may get to see Chase play.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely going to see him in the preseason.
I guarantee you, because Jimmy G hasn't played more than 7-8 games in a season? 8 games at most?
He's played 2 full seasons twice.
When?
Right, the Super Bowl year.
Yeah, the Super Bowl year was 1. And then
was that a full season? I thought he missed a couple of weeks in that season.
They got him at 13 games at all 16. They got his record at 13-3.
But we know what Jimmy G is, though. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not saying he's a superstar QB. I don't think anybody's saying that. Even the Raiders front office don't think he is that, because if he was, they would have paid him like that. He's getting paid below market value, which is crazy because you think $22 million is below market value. I think anybody would take that $22 million any day. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I think that it gives them room to draft somebody. That's on my thing. Jimmy G is going to look a lot better when we have a young QB like learning right behind him. You know what I'm saying? Like, or having some type of competition, because I think they can get out of his contract after year 1.
Yep.
Like a small cap hit. And if that's the case, that's a great signing.
Yeah, when I look at his contract.
Hey, I was going to say, Brock Purdy did say that Jimmy G was extremely instrumental in his success. He did say that Jimmy G was a heavy mentor to him, to your point about him, grooming younger players. Brock Purdy did actually say that he was hugely instrumental in his play.
So
absolutely.
Jimmy G made Brock Purdy. If that's the
Brock
case,
Purdy,
keep him and let him turn Chase into motherfucking Chase.
You and Chase, man. You and Chase, boy.
Chase going all the way, man.
Man,
I don't want to hear nobody say nothing when Chase Garbers is balling.
Yeah, Chase got swag to him. Don't let him fool you,
man.
He was on the Chase wagon. He was out there looking nice.
I'm on the Chase wagon. While y'all be chasing the wagon, I'm already on the Chase wagon, ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, I got 2 more guests backstage, ladies and gentlemen. These are 2 brothers that I've had the pleasure of catching a game with. One of these brothers I've caught 2 games with. I consider them family. You know what I mean? They like my Latin cousins, you know what I mean? Because people keep thinking I'm Puerto Rican and shit like that, and I'm not. You know what I mean? But ladies and gentlemen, the man who represents the Dust Bowl of Central California, but he keeps it clean. He keeps the house clean, ladies and gentlemen. My brother, Mr. Dirt E-Lo, and the king of smoke, the 420 maestro himself, ladies and gentlemen, my boy, Mr. Renegade. What's good with you, Mike?
What up, Gabe? What up, love?
What's good, everybody? What's up, everybody?
Hey, what's good?
You gotta stop saying the Dust Bowl shit, bro. That shit's killing me, Dirty. You're killing me with the Dust Bowl. We have cows, we have meth. There's all kinds of different things we got around here, bro.
You got cows and meth. You got cows and meth, bro.
You got cows, meth, methane. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. We got it all, bro.
He from the south, I'm from the north, and we both know Fresno's the Dust Bowl.
Everybody knows Fresno's the Dust Bowl.
Come on now. Hey, but there's some cool motherfuckers out here though. So you know what I'm saying.
Hey, we didn't say it
You
wasn't. We
repping.
just said
You
the
repping
city is a
hard.
dust bowl.
Yep, he repping it.
My rims be dusty, but I keep them clean though. I keep them clean.
Hey, I said you kept it clean. I keep saying you keep it clean.
I know.
But
So you were talking about Chase Garbers, bro. Come on, Dirty. You gotta stop, bro. But both you guys gotta stop with that Chase Garbers. See, even Phil's choking on the statement he just fucking said right now.
bro, how? Why?
I made the same statement. I covered
I
all.
know that's what I'm talking shit. Timing, you know.
Why I gotta stop with the Chase Garbers, bro? I mean, if we go back and look at the track record of Jimmy G, backups seem to always play when he's on the team.
Shit, I bet you I know Chase Garbers better than you. I can chart his development year by year.
I'm pretty sure you can, bro. Like I really don't know much about Chase Garbers. I'm being dead honest with you.
Hey, he's the
See?
only
Wouldn't even lie.
QB. Let's hear it. Let's hear that shit.
I want to see how far he's developed. If he's developed enough to execute the offense, you're gonna like Chase Garbers. He do everything. He does everything that you like that Derek Carr did well, and he's much better. And he's much better with running.
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
no fear.
I don't know about that arm talent though. I don't know if he has that arm talent though.
No, it's not as significant, but he throws a decent enough ball, and it'll surprise you.
Hey, that back corner fade, nobody throws it better than him.
Does he throw on time passes? If he throws on time passes and he throws them on target, then that's my guy.
Right.
That's what I need. I need on time, on target passes.
And that's what I want to see on the development, because a lot of what he ran in college was the shotgun-based offense. He has been underneath center, but he tends.
But hey, let's keep it real though. If Garber starts a game, that's worst case scenario for the Raiders season.
Yeah,
that's worst case scenario.
Yeah.
I
mean,
y'all could be excited to see him play, but then at the same time, y'all know like that means the first 2 or 3 options didn't make something happen.
He is the number 2 option. There's no other quarterback on the roster right now.
Right now,
there's gonna be somebody.
There's gonna be somebody. You know.
I'm just saying. Right now, is not.
And have a grasp on this offense.
Whoever comes in here gonna have to learn the offense. He's already got a year ahead of him. He's already a year ahead of him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I'm just saying.
But if they draft a young QB, doesn't that QB take the spot over him? Or do you think the young QB
not
is
necessarily? It depends. If I take a quarterback in the 7th round, I'm not putting him ahead of Chase.
No, I'm just saying if you take him like let's say 3rd round, let's say Jake Haener out of Fresno State in the 3rd or 4th round.
That's gonna be a strong fucking possibility. You know that, right? I was thinking about that earlier too.
Or Hendon Hooker.
I'm still putting whoever knows the playbook better gets the fucking backup position.
Yeah.
Whoever knows the playbook better.
I'm with that, but those are 2 good names in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th rounds that a quarterback we could get.
Great name.
Tanner McKee. He's a good
Whoever knows the playbook better.
Forget about DTR.
Where from BYU or something?
DTR is cool.
Stanford.
Got a Stanford. Yep.
Okay.
He big, like 6'5", 6'6" or something.
6'6".
Yes.
I don't care if it's Pookie from New Jack City. Whoever knows the playbook better.
I don't want RG3, bro. We better relax with that one.
Next Jimmy G out for the season with your paper cut.
What he did.
That's wrong. That's cold.
Yo, this motherfucker's gonna turn around and ball out. Watch.
Hey, look, nobody is saying that he can't ball out. I've never said that the kid can't ball out. My major concern is him staying healthy. And he hasn't completed a season in the last 3 seasons.
Well, actually, technically, he did.
He's had a lot of time to rest now. You know what I mean? Now he's had a lot of time to rest, heal up. You know what I mean?
And get hurt again.
You know how I say, you get hurt and you come back stronger. That nigga should be strong as fuck right now. And he should be all right.
Well, I mean, everyone's complaining that he doesn't have a deep ball, right? Okay, cool. I mean, what is Devontae Adams known for? Slants, anyways. catching the ball within fucking 7 to 10 yards and then fucking going out. We don't need someone to fucking throw the ball like 80 yards down the fucking field. We need a game manager. We got superstars all the ways across the fucking board. If the guy can stay
All the
fucking
way.
healthy, he's a great manager. Doesn't give up the ball a lot. I mean, what else do you want? He's played in playoff games.
Oh, he'll throw
You
some
know what I'm saying?
interceptions.
Nah, he turns the ball over though. Jimmy G turns the ball
Not
over.
a
turns
lot,
the ball
bro,
over.
compared to Carr.
Yeah, he
Nah,
turns
yeah,
the ball
The next
over.
3 years, at this moment, he's our quarterback. We got to start looking at some positive shit. For real. Because you know what? We're going to have long ass weeks. Motherfuckers going to be stressed out. Gray hair's going to start coming out. Let's start looking at the positive on some shit, bro. Because
He knows
we're
the
going to have a
offense.
long ass season.
He knows the offense. He's comfortable with Josh McDaniels. Those are like the two biggest things that come in my mind.
Those are the two brightest sides of the whole coin, bro.
But
He
another
knows
thing
the
too
offense.
is
And the
stay in
kid,
the
look,
pocket. He
the
plants
kid
his
can play.
feet.
We have a good O line, which is important.
Yeah.
And they're going to be better.
Yeah,
And
but like
all of that
They're going to be
is
better,
great.
man. They're going to be better.
But
they are.
You still gotta wait and see.
One thing that was pointed out to me that I had to stop and think about was that from snap to throw, he's running at almost a whole third of a second faster than Carr. And a lot of the problems, some of the issues that were happening was he was holding on to the ball too long and not hitting it in the proper window. Which this is an offense that Jimmy will excel at in making the correct decision and getting the ball out of his hands once he's made that decision. And they have the talent to get separation in routes as long as they run the correct routes and everybody executes the play. So there's a lot of good to this, no matter how much none of us wanted to see Jimmy as the quarterback. Because trust me, my whole day was fucked off as soon as I got the news.
I think everybody's was.
As long as we don't have Hollins running routes, we'll be all right.
Hey, you know who kind of kept their cool through the whole time? My G right here. Oh, this one.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I just feel like it was once I seen the numbers, it was okay with me, dog. Like I seen the numbers, I seen what their plan is. I mean, it's still the question is still executing that plan, I guess. What I'm thinking it is, but I think there's a path to it. So like I mean, we got the ammo for in the draft, and we still got some money to play with, and there's still some free agents out there that are available. You know what I mean? To build this defense, and I think Jimmy G, our offense right now, as it stands right now, I don't think our offense is the problem. I mean, Jimmy G, the health issues are always going to be there, but our offense is not the issue. I think. I mean, if we could build this defense, we're going to be more than competent to like compete in this fucking division.
Right. No, I agree. Like I mean, I don't like it, bro, but I'm starting to agree and I'm starting to see it, bro. Like, and I was actually watching some of the film, and I only watched like very, very little on him, bro. Like I haven't really got into it. I was watching the Super Bowl. He was balling, bro. He made a couple of bad decisions at the end of the game, man. I mean, that pressure, that defense was fucking ferocious with Kansas City, bro, that year. You know what I'm saying? That pressure was going, and he was holding up with them. And pretty much a lot of his plays, man, I liked them, like, on some real shit. Like, I had to be honest with him because, like, I remember Derek Carr got hurt, and they were talking about trading him. Check this shit out. I remember that they were talking about trading him, and McDaniels and fucking Brady. This was a year McDaniels was supposed to go to fucking Indianapolis, and he ended up not going. You know what I mean? And that's when fucking what's the name came in, and they had drafted him. Ziegler had drafted him. Now Brady they were talking about the reason why what's the name was going to leave was because Brady was going to get traded or some shit like that. And then that's when Garoppolo went to fucking the Niners. Brady wanted to get traded to the Niners because he's always been a Joe Montana fan. And I remember there was something to that effect, right? So like now the way it affects everything, bro, it's fucking crazy. Now McDaniels has the guy that they originally wanted. You know what I mean? He plays the game smooth, bro. Like he plays the game smooth. He doesn't look fucking frantic. He doesn't look anything. Now, if he can just stand up, bro, we're good. He's a good game manager, bro. He's a good game manager, and that's what we fucking need. We already got superstars, bro. We don't need a superstar quarterback. We need someone just to fucking move the ball methodically, and that's it, bro. He doesn't have an arm, bro. He can float that shit up, bro. Because I mean, some of these plays and with Devontae, bro, these motherfuckers are gonna be wide open, bro. They're not gonna know where to go. He can bootleg smoothly. He can fuck. He keeps his feet fucking planted, bro. He can throw the ball good, bro. We don't need fucking someone to throw the ball 80 yards down the fucking road if he can't fucking find the guy. You know what I mean? So he's a good baller, bro.
Right. But you
You
know
know
what?
what I
Hey, Lo.
You know what I don't like. I don't. You know, I'm because you were positive right now. I'm gonna be negative.
That's fine. Go for run it, bro. So let's do this shit.
I don't like that Josh McDaniels. He's all about his system.
Right.
And you're supposed to be this offensive guru. When you look at the great offensive coaches, they have a system, but they build off this player's strength. And why is Derek Carr, who we all know is not a quarterback that hangs in the pocket, and he's just not that type of quarterback. He's the guy that gets the ball out quick. He reads the defense. Why are you not playing to his strengths? So I'm like, I don't know, man. So the other side to me is like, man, even if we get a young QB, are you gonna really like play to a young QB strength, especially today's NFL where they're athletic and they like to, I don't know, man. Like Josh McDaniels, just like one of the fellas, I don't know, the brother top right corner. I don't know your name, man. I want to address you respectfully, man. What's your name? Q, man. You made a good point about Josh McDaniels being a big question mark because he has a lot to prove, man. Like it's just, I don't know, man. Like Josh McDaniels is the biggest question mark. When you over here relying on your system and you're not relying on the players, because the players make the plays at the end of the day. So you got to play, you got to build a system around the player's strength. And I don't think he did that with guys like Derek Carr. Even Devontae Adams, he was using Devontae Adams like he was Randy Moss. And this should tell you how talented Devontae Adams is. He still was making plays out there.
Yep.
If you want to play to Devontae Adams' strength, you would use his route running ability. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just.
Nah, you're right. You're right.
No, you're not.
Okay. Say what's on your mind. Say what's on your mind, bro.
I mean, you talk about what he did, what he didn't do, but by my last count, Devontae Adams was the NFL's touchdown reception leader, right?
Right.
Josh Jacobs was the NFL rushing leader, right?
Right, but let me point something.
Hold on. That's passing and running.
Okay.
Had Darren Waller didn't play the majority of the year, and neither did Hunter Renfrow, so he didn't get a chance to throw those other options in there. But we'll go back to that discussion that you and I always come back to about the offensive line. For everybody who was talking about the mismatched guys, the guys they keep shuffling in and all that other stuff, they had the 10th highest pass block win rate in the NFL over a bunch of guys that everybody can't wait to get rid of. Like, so his coaching for the offense was about as good as he could get. Now, you want to talk about Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams had a great year by any stretch of the imagination, set records for the Raiders. He should have had 2,000 yards receiving this year. If you go back and look at the 72 missed throws from Derek Carr, because he only dropped 6. He got 180 targets and caught, less than 90 balls this year.
That's crazy.
So where was our problem this year? What was the common denominator in our problem this year?
Defense is hard.
So let me speak to. All right, so you're talking about Devontae Adams, but there were games where Devontae Adams didn't get the ball. There was a second half where we're like, why is Devontae Adams not even getting targeted? Then you talk about Josh Jacobs. Now this is when you're like when I know every one of us watched every NFL, every Raider game this season,
right?
And we were disappointed. Like, we're disappointed in the season, right? So when you look into the season and why we're 6-11, how did the season start? We're up 20-0 against Arizona Cardinals. And did Josh Jacobs get that ball in the second half? He didn't figure out that he had Josh Jacobs until the third, fourth game. When did he realize that he could use Josh Jacobs? Then he was like, oh wow, I didn't know he was this good. I'm just gonna hand him the ball. And these are mistakes. It's one game a week in the NFL. Like, these are big mistakes. And all I'm saying, I'm not saying that Devontae Adams didn't do his thing. Yeah, obviously he's a great player. What I'm saying is that they didn't even use him to his capabilities. If you see how, let's say for example, how the Packers used Devontae Adams is completely different from how the Patriots. I mean, not the Patriots. I mean, I might as well call the Raiders the Patriots.
You might as well say that shit, bro.
In the building.
Hey, you're speaking the truth, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all naturally.
yeah, man. So I'm just saying that they're not really using Devontae Adams, which is crazy. This is how much a great player is. They're not using him to his capabilities. But maybe it's a bad example because he's still productive, a still productive player. But let's just talk about the wins and losses. 6-11, bro. 6-11, and some of those games we could have won if we had better coaching. As just Derek Carr had a terrible season, worst of his career, we probably could have won some more games than 6 games. Come on, man.
All right, bro. Check this out.
I'm on the same page though, too. You know, chemistry.
Yeah, but I just got one answer for that real quick, and I just want to say something. McDaniels, I do not like him at all. He is not a fucking head coach. Bottom line, he's a great play caller. That's it. He is not a head coach.
You basically said he's a great coordinator masquerading as a head coach.
I've been saying that. I said that when we got him. He is not a communicator, bro. I can tell that motherfucker will snitch on me in a second if we did some dirt, bro. You can just see he just has that snitch face, bro. And I'm sorry, bro. Like, I swear to God, bro.
He's going to communicate well with the police.
Oh, but nah, fuck all that, bro. But I'm just saying, but like he has that face, bro. Like for real,
No,
like,
I mean,
he'll snitch on you, bro. Like he just looks like that dude, right? So the thing is, though, he can't communicate well, bro. I can see that shit off.
He's not a motivator of men, bro.
Bro, but look,
it's
just an analogy, man. It's just an analogy, my G.
He doesn't strike me as a motivator of men. You know what I mean? Is what most head coaches have. Most good head coaches have that quality. Right. You know what I mean? They have that characteristic. He doesn't strike me as that guy. He just doesn't. He seems more like, you know what I mean, it's his way or the highway. But here's the thing. If your way's not working, what's wrong with changing, allowing a little bit to be changed so that it does? See, that's when you let your ego get in the way, and then everybody suffers. Like if you would allow your ego to slide to the side a little bit, I think less fans would have something to say about you because we probably have a couple of more wins. I feel like you didn't trust the guy that you had under center. Like you didn't have any faith in him, even when he made the right decisions last year in certain situations. But then you still want to keep him cuffed. Like I don't feel it, bro. Like Ziegler's the one making the moves right now. Ziegler's the guy. You know what I mean? And he's asking McDaniels how he feels about things, but I think in the end, Ziegler's the guy making the moves. He's the one making the calls. He's the one, hey, this is what we're going to do. Now, I assume that McDaniels is in the room and he's listening and he's got some input, and that's great. But I think what's taking place is we're actually seeing a general manager be the general manager of a football team, which means I know what players you may like, but here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some of your players, but if their price tag is too high, I can't rock with them. Right. This was a great signing, money-wise. It was a good signing, play knowledge-wise. It was a good signing as having a player with a decent football IQ. He's mobile. He's gonna get out the pocket. The thing about it is, when he gets out the pocket, you gotta cross your fingers. You gotta hope that he gets up from whatever it is. Because I watched the man go down on a non-contact injury trying to shake somebody on the sideline. Nobody touched him, but all his shit gave out.
Did you guys hear about the contract? His the $45 million guarantee of that.
Yeah, we was talking about that earlier, bro.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
It's basically, I mean, it's fucking. I mean, say if he gets injured in 1 year, it's basically the same shit. I mean, he still gets the $45 million. It's actually more than what Derek Carr would be, and then we'll be stuck with, or not stuck with, or we get the opportunity to get the chance to see the magnificent Chase Garbers, in action. You know what I'm saying? So, and then we're still gonna lose out the same amount of money, bro. So that's where it's like, oh shit, on the back end, when I heard that, I was like, man, fuck this, we're done. That's right.
But it's a 2-year contract. The money that's guaranteed is guaranteed, though. So I just looked at it as a 2-year contract with $48 million guaranteed. If you get hurt and you got guaranteed money, it's your money, right? Ain't that how it works?
Yep.
Something to that effect.
Yeah, I mean,
the important number is the cap hit. The important number is the cap hit.
Yeah, it's the cap hit. Somehow it affects the cap hit in some way or nothing like that, to where it'll hurt us. You know what I mean?
I think first year is only 16 mil. First year is only 16 mil. 25 the second year, but there's still room. Like every year, you can restructure shit. So the first year is only really a 16.8.
But they can cut him after 2 years, and it'll be a $3 million dead cap hit.
Yeah, I
think I'm saying. It's not really cap ain't like towards the cap. It ain't really nothing.
Right.
Yeah, because you look at the 48 guaranteed, and like you said, 16 million for the first year. I mean, that's for a starting quarterback in the NFL, man. That's basically below market value, man. I mean, Carr was going to be due like 40 million this year for 1 year. I think Rodgers is up to 58. Daniel Jones got 80 million for guaranteed for 2 years, basically. I mean,
that's crazy.
So in actuality, it is a $34 million guarantee. It's not 22 a year. It's 11.6 a year.
So what is
the rest are in incentives?
Oh, he got 11 now.
That's amazing.
He get 11
awesome.
if he's on the roster for next year too.
That's a great contract for a serviceable quarterback that you have doubts about.
He should not
Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah,
he didn't win no Super Bowl.
He was in the Super Bowl and they won, so he got a ring. He's part of the team. He was a backup, right? The Giants got a ring, right?
He's been part of 3 Super Bowl winning. He's been part of 3 Super Bowl teams, pretty much.
Yes. I'm just talking shit.
Yeah, there's.
You talking about the one Brady won?
Yeah, I was say that wasn't
Brady won. That Brady won, and then the one that he took the 49ers to.
The Niners too. I know that one. You know what I mean? That was a look. I'm not saying that the kid can't play. I'm saying I question his health, and that's a fair question because over the last couple of years, it's been an issue.
Does anybody give a shit that he's dating porn stars? Because I don't give a fuck.
No, I don't care about his personal life. Y'all,
I don't care about.
You didn't like DC because he was too clean cut. You gonna tell me you don't like this guy because he's doing all the shit you asked him to do?
Bro. Yeah. Right. Hey,
it's the complete opposite of Carr. It's the complete opposite of Carr.
It's what you asked for. You asked for the complete opposite.
I mean, that's real Raider shit.
Yeah.
Why would we care about him getting down with a porn star if we didn't care about what NASA was doing?
Word. Like that's bad. Word. You talking? You see that?
Nobody trying to have the NASA conversation, bro.
I'm just saying.
That's a no-go conversation. That's why.
Always that stigma. Like, see, there's a stigma of it. Like,
you don't want to touch that one. You don't want to touch that one.
You ain't trying to touch that one.
No, but there's always like they always try to put that shit. Oh, well, he's not gonna be a team.
Hey, look,
out here.
You said he was gay. How many content creators did a show about that?
Yeah.
See, that shit got overlooked. News was like, well, he's out the closet. All right, moving on. Moving on.
At 40.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
It's true, bro. It's true.
At 40. Fuck.
I'm just saying, keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? If we
but that's the truth though.
We didn't care about what he was doing in the bedroom, then let it go for everybody else.
So no, but see, the thing is, though, people are saying that like even the reports are saying that like he's not a team player and this, that, and they're trying to throw the stigma out there on him and shit. But everybody that plays with him, man, he's cool as fuck. And you see him on the field, he's communicating. He's just a motherfucking dude doing his job, bro. So I think that's where he kind of gets a little bit more of like the fucked up part about it. Plus his injuries. The last 2 years, he played 11 and 15 games, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's not the whole season, but he still put up some numbers. But the only thing that scares me is his QBR rating. It's really fucking low. It's like usually in the like low 60s. You know, I think I see 58 1 year. I think I seen like 72 or some shit like that. I'm not gonna pull it up, but yeah. So,
but I think what is overall Q? I mean, not QBR, but his overall rating, right? Because QBR is more of a new stat anyway. You know what I mean? What is it like? Fucking 5 years old. Fucking, but so like the QB rating, what is it like a 90, 99 or something like that? Overall rating is
Nah, he like a 57.
Yeah.
QB rating.
Yeah.
It's cute. Yeah, it's like it's
It's
low.
I mean, not
His completion percentage is cool. He's 67%.
There's QBR and there's the other one.
Yeah, there's the rating, right?
There was a. He's talking about his passer rating. There was like a stat came out like since 2017, something like that. So 2017 passer rating's been like 99 point something.
The Jedi says 99 points.
So his full contract is worth $68 million. It's just 34 of it is guaranteed.
No, but then
his
if he gets
contract
injured,
is
the rest of it
over
gets
$68 million total, with incentives and injury clauses. So that's where the 45 comes from. 34 is just what's guaranteed. That's just what he's going to make guaranteed. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's what he's going to make guaranteed.
Okay, bro.
Actually, I have the article right here in front of me.
Okay, run it.
Oh, by all means, please let us be enlightened by the article, Phil.
So it's 3 years, 72.75 million, carrying an annual average of 24.25 million. It has 22.5 million fully guaranteed at signing, with another 1.25 million that becomes fully guaranteed on the 5th day after signing. That's a real guarantee of 33.75 million. But it can be a 1 year, 24.25 million, 24.25 million, with 11.25 million in 2024 guarantees that likely would be subject to offset. The per game roster bonuses are significant, and they reflect the reality that he has missed a lot of time over the year.
Yep. So it gives them incentive to be on the field, pretty much.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, and another thing I want to add with Jimmy G, someone pointed this out earlier today, is that it's a sign that the Raiders are going to be a run-first football team. He's never had more than 500 attempts in passing attempts, which is like pretty low for a QB. You know what I'm saying? So like, we can expect that Josh Jacobs is going to get a heavy load next season.
Yeah, true, but like he's never like as good as Samuel is. He's never had a fucking receiver like DA.
Yeah.
Yeah, they run.
Listen. Debo Samuel. Listen, Debo didn't fucking break out until. Listen. Debo didn't break out until like halfway through that fucking Super Bowl year, and Jimmy G helped them get there, bro. Like Jimmy G was on fire that year, bro. Debo, so I forgot who got hurt. Somebody got hurt, and then Debo came in as a fucking like a third string, and then he just blew up. And then that was
like
the year
offensive wise.
Yeah. So I mean, you can get guys going.
I mean, offensive wise, we're comparable to every. You know, we can go spot for spot, and they're comparable to everyone. Ayuk, I know Renfro had a bad year last year, but they're comparable. You know, DA and Samuel comparable. You know, McCaffrey and Jacobs comparable. You know what I mean? So he has the weapons. He has the weapons to succeed with this offense.
He's going to be dinking and dunking, though. I'm just letting you know. Dinking and dunking.
Hey, let the superstars be superstars. You feel me?
I think we come to terms with my guy tomorrow. I think we're going to come to terms with my guy tomorrow.
Who's that?
You might ask who I saw over here. They asked who I wanted to sign. You know what I mean? For me, I think my guy might get inked tomorrow. Well, inked on Wednesday, but I think they may come to terms with him tomorrow. I think they're winning that war, Phil. I think they're winning that war.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I think they're winning that war. And that would be nice. That'd be nice.
Oh yeah, then I forgot is fucking Waller was comparable to fucking Kittle. You know what I mean? I know because Kittle wasn't healthy all last year either. I mean, there's times. I mean, that it is a big question for Waller too. But I mean, Kittle has those same questions. You know what I mean? That's staying healthy. The last 2 years, he hasn't been healthy all year.
Mm-hmm.
But come on, man. Let's keep it real. Like the best thing about the Jimmy G situation is that it's his contract. You know, what I mean? It's not that bad Because we've seen Raiders hand out like terrible contracts for players that they want. Terrible contracts.
So listen.
Just because you want the player, don't mean you can sign them to any deal. And we've all grown up with the Raiders, and they just because like for example, this is kind of old school, but back in the day, you remember that Javon Walker deal?
Oh, yes.
You know, it's terrible contract, bro.
Terrible.
How about Corey Littleton?
Corey Littleton, you know what I mean? Or I don't know. The list goes on.
That's what I'm saying. That's why once those numbers came out, I was like, fuck yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, there's no other fucking regime I think that could have got that fucking Jimmy G to sign that.
Hey,
that's another thing. That's another thing. Like, he signed for what he signed for, the 34, 45 million guarantee, whatever it is. But Carr just signed for $100 million. And I know I was okay with Carr, but he didn't play like a $40 million a year quarterback. Let's just keep it real, you know.
Right.
And in the playoff year, them last 4 games we won to get into the playoffs, Josh Jacobs carried us. And to McDaniel's fault, like the guy said earlier, it took him a few games to figure out Josh Jacobs was your best player on offense, or at least at the time.
Yep.
You know, so we definitely should run the ball. They should beef up the O-line some more. They should pay Josh and get him a little more help. Get him, because they drafted the guy out of Georgia, but that just didn't seem like that panned out. Hopefully, he gets better.
Mumford?
No, the running back.
Running back, yeah.
Hey, me too, Nicholas. This Poyer would make me okay with Jimmy G even better, bro.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Look,
so then who's out?
He's in marijuana.
Is it Harmon or
Harmon's already out?
Yeah, Maury could be leaving too. They're not happy with it.
Yeah, Merrick.
So
that's what I was getting ready to get into. If they actually do come to terms with Jordan Poyer tomorrow, Merrick may be on his way out, because they brought in the safety from Philly. You know what I mean? They brought in the safety from Philly, and then they pair him with Jordan Poyer. Yeah, I think Trayvon Merrick might be on his way out. Because Polamalu played better. Polamalu played better.
Yep. Before I touch on that, going real back to the last point, the thing that's going to matter for me the most is that Jimmy G is 60% in the red zone, and Carr is 42% in the red zone.
Go.
That to me is going to make
one.
the biggest difference, and that's what we're going to be missing. And that's going to make a significant difference getting touchdowns instead of field goals.
No, he's definitely going to run the offense.
There's no reason your red zone should be that bad when you got DA.
Nope. And Waller.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that was one thing that was like a staple for him and Rodgers. You know what I mean? You got into the fucking thing, you throw that fade, and it was like almost automatic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yes, our safety play should be. Hey, if they reel that in, it's definitely going to be something to work with. But I'm still waiting to see what they're going to do on the front end.
Fucking black gray.
Probably draft at that point. I would say
see it in the chat the whole time.
Because this draft is so deep at that position. I think that's where they put all their chips in the draft for this draft, and you go out and get secondary help through free agency, like what they're trying to do. Well, like if they do go out and get like a Poirier or and they already got Epps, you know what I mean? So like you build the defensive line through the draft, because those guys are available in this draft, man, for sure. Like you can get real good, like production in the second, third round. You know what I mean? Even fourth round.
Epps plays the same position as Merrick.
Epps is way better.
Epps plays the same position as Merrick, and
Epps got great.
Poyer plays the same position as Deron Harmon, but Deron Harmon's not here anymore. Now the thing is, Poyer, you remember Poyer was in the Pro Bowl. He had to come into the facilities to have his games and stuff like that, and play and shit like that, and the all of that, right? He had to visit the facilities. A lot of players had to visit the facilities. Now, when some of these players went to the facilities, They saw state of the art. And remember, Poyer's from Buffalo. He's been in Buffalo his whole damn career. He was tired of the snow.
Yep.
Wants a little bit of warm. The man plays golf. Where are you going to get to play some wonderful golf and not too far away from where you got to be, like the stadium and practice? Bro. You know what I mean? We got the money for him. He even put out an article, don't complain about your taxes until you become a pro athlete. He's tired of paying New York taxes. He wants to be tax-free. And I think he fits perfect. I think Poyer fits perfect. And I believe that McDaniels feels that way. I think Ziegler feels that way. Bro, he's gonna be the guy who actually gets the, you know what I mean? There's gonna be 3 guys that are gonna, maybe 2 guys that are gonna get paid. I think he's one of them.
You don't think it's too soon to give up on Morick? You know what I mean? It's just he's going into his 3rd year. It was his first year in this defense after having a solid rookie year in Gus Bradley's defense.
If I didn't see what I saw from Palomalu this past season, I would say no. I mean, I would say yes, it's too early. But for me seeing what I saw from Palomalu last year, nah, I'm okay with it.
I've seen 2 years to him not get to the football, not be able to produce a turnover.
Yep.
Got that one against the Redskins, against Washington.
I saw him drop 2 game-winning turnovers.
I was rooting for him.
You got to get more production. That's a premier position in this league right now. If you don't have a free the quarterbacks are going to eat you alive. Look at what the Steelers would be without Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, right.
So and once again, this regime didn't draft him. They didn't draft him. They didn't draft Leatherwood.
They got no loyalty to him.
They were going to try to trade Jacobs or cut him until the first few games.
Yeah.
But when you get a new regime that takes over, man, they want their guys in there. And if you're not living up to, you're not doing nothing great, then they will get you right up out of there. Fair or not. Whatever, you know.
But it seems like the Raiders are looking for smart signings. They're not gonna overpay. They're gonna try to get guys still in their prime or young, still in their 20s. A guy like Jordan Poyer is like 31 years old, and Spot Track has him like at $11 million a year. You think it makes sense to give a 31-year-old $11 million a year a contract, especially with the Raiders? Let's be honest with the Raiders. They're kind of rebuilding. Let's be honest. They're kind of rebuilding.
Okay. Well, see, I have a question for that because I seen what Loon put right. I was going to ask it earlier, but we started talking about something else. So as of right now, with Jimmy G being here, how much after the first year when he gets paid, after it hits the cap, how much money do we have right now?
20 million. Like right now, you're talking about their cap space?
Yeah.
They got about like 20 million, I think I seen.
Do you think we're going to get one player for $11 million and other players? Bro, we're kind of screwed right now. It's going to all be.
So look, check it out. So you can get Jordan Poyer for less than that. You know what I mean? That's what the track can kind of has him at, but they also take in consideration that these states pay taxes. They're not basing it on a state that does not pay taxes. Right.
And what did they have Jimmy G at? Spot Track had Jimmy G at like 30?
30. They had him at 30. You just got him for like 22. You know what I mean? So you say 22, 23.
Even if that's the case, and we drop, and when Poyer comes from there to here because of golf and taxes, so we're going to give him $8 million a year, right? So we're already going to have to guarantee them this over here. So then if we give him $8 million after the 22, we're down to how much? I'm not good at math, but that's a little bit of fucking money.
But I think there's still more news. I think there's still more news to come out. Like you still got, you can still have it. Them reopen the books with Chandler Jones, and there's players out there.
We got $40 million coming back.
24.4.
So, but you got $40 million. You got $40 million coming back when Chandler Jones announces his retirement.
But that's not on the books right now, bro. Get out of here, bro. We're not doing
listen.
fictitious. We're
Listen to
actually
what I'm
doing it right
saying.
now because look,
You can
how
make
are we
you
gonna
can
do this?
look. If Chandler Jones is really weighing out retirement because he doesn't want to renegotiate his
Yeah, who's
contract.
saying dirty? Who's saying that, brother? Brother, come on, bro. Who said that? Who said that he's retiring? Has anybody broke this news?
I don't need to tell you who's telling me certain things. I'm telling you, Chandler Jones is really weighing the option of retiring.
Okay.
He does not want to restructure his contract.
So he's gonna retire, and then where you just gonna get all the money and just screw the Raiders?
So it would be a fair. What they're trying to figure out what would be a fair fee for both people to split ways. And it's looking somewhere about the $10 to $12 million from his contract will go to him, and the rest will come back to us. That's almost $40 million.
Now, these teams play with these numbers all the time. You've been hearing the last few days. I think Tyreek Hill just re-signed today or redid his contract, and Miami
Opened up
saved
like
$18 million. He's due. They pushed everything forward as a bonus, and now he's due to make $1 million this year, but he gets the bonus up front, and he saved $18 million against the cap. Man, they know how to play with these numbers. I think Max Crosby just moved his number a couple days ago, like $7.5 million.
Okay, so then at this point, then we shouldn't even fucking worry about the captain. The cap shouldn't even be a conversation. Just get this, and now it's pretty much, if you're saying it like that, then now we're getting to the place to where it's like the NFL contracts are basically NBA contracts. These players are gonna want to go where they want to go, and they're just gonna figure out, do this and do that, the fugazi, and just do pretty much whatever, right?
The only difference is
it is right now.
NBAs are fully guaranteed contracts. NBAs are fully guaranteed contracts.
But it's getting close to that. But see, a portion of the guarantee, that's what they want. So regardless of whatever, that's what they're going to get.
Yeah, but it's not just whatever. It's not just whatever, because in some of these contracts you're gonna still have to pay. Like, for example, like the Saints, it's like the Saints. They're gonna be paying for Carr's money when he's off the team. That he's still on the books, right? He push money back. You know what I mean? So the hit is low now, but even when he's off the team, he's still gonna be on their books because the money that they push way back over there. So it's not just a whatever. You're definitely investing in your future because it's gonna come back to you on the back end. But it's about if the investment is worth it at that time to move that money back and give it to them later.
Right.
So but it's not just whatever. That shit matters.
Yeah,
because I don't mean it like whatever, but like I know that the point that you can do that, like even with Littleton's contract, man, I understand that part that you have to push it out. So Littleton might later on down the line, like, hey, you want to get your money a little bit faster? Why don't you come work for the organization and put it on the books? They get a tax write-off, yada yada yada. So I see how that shit works. You know what I'm saying? I know that part. But what I'm
he heard us. But he heard us. His was in such a way that he heard us because he wasn't shit. So us having to pay for him when he's off the books, it's like, dang, we didn't even, we didn't even get the production. Like, damn. But if you get the production, I'll pay for you off the books.
There's a lot of room to move numbers.
Okay. I also heard that the guy that they're looking to replace Chandler Jones, you know what I mean? The guy that they want to replace him with, if Chandler does decide to retire within the week, they want to look at Calais Campbell, who's still a serviceable guy and is only somewhere right around $8-9 million right now.
We like 36.
I'm gonna dip out of here real quick. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Good night, Phil.
All right, bro.
All right,
bro. Take care, what I would if what I would do in that situation, if he's gonna retire and we have to, to like replace that position, what I would do is I would try to find a way to trade back. Because there's defensive ends you can find in this fucking in this draft, you know what I mean, like a Nolan Smith, because he's scheduled to go like 15, 17, so you can trade even back to where you can get more draft picks because teams might want to go up to the 7th pick or something like that. You can look into that type of shit because if you're gonna do that, then might as well. I mean, you can have this defense. This is a defensive draft to where you can trade back if that's the case. You know what I mean? Because I think you could build more getting more draft capital.
I'm just saying they want to replace big body. They want that big body.
I do know that Patrick Graham likes to have he wants his D line to have the ability to stop the run. So that's the reason. The reason why N.W.A was traded away, it was not because he couldn't rush the passer, it's because he couldn't stop the run. So that's why they went after Chandler Jones. So whoever they replace Chandler Jones with is going to be more of the same. Like they want someone that can play both. So whoever that is, it can't be just strictly a pass rusher.
I feel that, and Chandler Jones, man. I'm more of the young and hungry type. I didn't really I like Chandler Jones, but I didn't like him at the number they signed him for last year. So when you mentioned the Calais Campbell, I mean, he got to be at least 36, 37.
Almost 40.
You can't give him $8 million, maybe one or two.
Season ticket.
I mean, I'm just saying. Bro,
I'd rather go out and go draft like the dude from Baylor. You know what I mean? The dude in the middle from Baylor. You know, in the second or third round.
I'm in agreement with you. I'm giving him maybe 3. 3 is my top.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, okay.
Now my top.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I give him 3
8 or 9. I was oh no.
Look, that's what he was due. He was due like $9 million. Which is really the reason why they cut it. Because the nigga was due $9 million. Right. I'd give him 3 and I'd draft some talent behind him, or I let the guys that we already drafted last year work behind him, and I can address a little bit of something else. So let's not act like Calais Campbell don't have nothing to teach in the off. You know, he don't have nothing to offer in the teaching capacity. You know what I mean?
For something in the low, yeah, I'll be with that.
Something low where you can come in and I don't need you to play, every single down. I just need you to play the important ones, especially them run stopping. When I need some run stopping, I need you in there.
Man, that shit is so big at when you giving people over 30 them contracts, man. That could fall off a cliff real quick. Like we didn't see Chandler Jones get a sack till like week 10. That was brutal.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. There's a bad thing about these older guys. You know what I mean? Especially these older linemen. You know what's gonna end up happening? He's gonna want the same kind of contract as Sue. He's gonna come in, want to probably maybe play like half the season or some shit like that, bro. He's not gonna want to be out there through the dog days. I mean, he's an older cat, bro. I mean, and it's a tough position, bro. He is a leader, bro. But I'm not saying that he don't got anything in the tank, because I'll never say that by any man. You know what I'm saying? But like, you mean that like, if you really, really look at it, he's about same age about Sue. He's been in the league for all these years. Yes, he's a leader. You can learn so much, but he's just raw strength and power, bro. Like that's one of the biggest things about him. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the technique, he's just a powerful man. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, so he's gonna want that good contract, but only half the season. You know what I mean? So
you're right about the dog day shit, because I think he's one of the guys that ain't gonna sign till like almost September.
Yep.
That's the dude. That's one of those dudes you probably ain't gonna see sign, because he ain't gonna try to go through training camp. He ain't trying to do any of that shit. He's 37, fucking nearly 37 years old. You know what I mean?
He's just gonna pull up week 1.
Yeah. do similar to like the Snoop.
Yeah. He's like, I'll be inside, man. It's hot out here.
Yo, Chuck, thank you for the super chat, man. Greatly appreciate it. He said trade the 7th for Quinn Williams. Nah.
Quinn Williams is a monster.
I'm good.
Dexter Lawrence still a free agent? The dude from the fucking Giants?
Which one's that?
The defensive tackle from the old dude from Clemson. You know, the guy that came out with fucking Cleveland Farrell and all those dudes that were a fucking that defensive line that fucking that dude Dexter Lawrence.
Lawrence, yeah, Dex Lawrence.
Yeah,
what Terrence was saying. What up, D?
Boy, D Menace was happening.
Yeah. Tillery's a see, like a lot of people are sleeping on Tillery, bro. Like I don't know what happened to him where he came
this guy.
Right.
No, the only reason
bro, like, hey man, my bad. But yeah, so
not
like even Max, when he had seen it, I was like, man, Tillery balled out. Like he came and he was just doing, he just had that one fucked up play in LA, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, bro, and he was like, you know what I mean? But
I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it.
Chandler Jones didn't start balling until Tillery came. We talk about this on our channel. I talk about Tillery all the time. I talk about the fact that he was like, well, Chandler Jones, he didn't start showing up. I said, well, we didn't start really getting good defensive tackle play until Tillery came. He came and he really changed. He made a difference, and that opened stuff up for Chandler more in terms of him actually getting home and affecting stuff like that. So, but I definitely agree on Tillery. I agree.
When he had came, that's when the defense ramped up everything, and then the fucking secondary started looking like they were actually doing some shit. You know what I mean? until they started exposing the middle of the field because they had nobody in the middle of the field. You know what I mean? So when he did that, that was the month of I think it was December, close to December, right? Where it was that month where they ended up being like, we were ranked like 28th or 30th, and that month we were ranked like 5th in the AFC or something as far as defense. Right when he stepped in, he kind of changed that, you know what I mean, the whole dynamic. But then that's when we couldn't score or do anything.
But you know what Tillery's issue is that he can't stop the run. He could pass rush, and that you could see the impact with him and Max Crosby. You know what I'm saying? Like Max Crosby is the guy that makes everything work. So all the other guys got to do is just be role players and beat their one-on-ones. But Tillery, he just can't stop the run. So in my opinion, I think that we need to get a guy like that could do both in the inside.
Well, yeah, the Giants
Let's say this.
Not till next year. They just picked up his 5th year, so they could. I mean, they can. The only reason I was saying Dexter Lawrence because most of the guys you're seeing sign are like have some sort of ties with this fucking the coaching stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then maybe Tillery can be a rotational piece.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Play every down, 3 downs.
Yeah, of course.
Just be a rotational piece.
No, it was just pointing out the fact that his impact was noticed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Pointing at that fact, his impact was noticed, and it affected Chandler Jones. It affected his play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so but absolutely.
It makes so much sense to get, man. We should be trying to upgrade that D tackle position.
Oh,
like
big time.
whether in the draft,
because that just because we just added a D tackle linebacker.
You said it again.
I said D tackle and linebacker. Our linebacker core, I feel, to me, is the most important. Like I said, we talk about this all the time. Like for me, the most important is our linebacking core and then the D tackle position. But those two hand in hand, I feel like as we were talking about the secondary and how they were looking with Tillery and when how the front seven was. I feel like that overall is how the defense was predicated to be, right? It was the pressure up front that was going to help the back end. It wasn't necessarily we supposed to have all these top shutdown corners that's going to shut down receivers all game. No, it's supposed to be the pressure up front affecting the quarterback. Our corners and our secondary is good enough to have the time to keep them, subdued with the time frame of when the quarterback is going to be getting the ball out, right? Our pressure's coming in, you either getting the ball out quick or it's going to be a sack or something like that, right? So when that's not happening, when the quarterback got all day and our DBs got a hold all day, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's a problem. You know what I mean? It's a problem. You're not getting pressure on the quarterback.
The D tackle is so important because you got these 2 edge rushers that can get after the quarterback, and now you need somebody to hold it together in the middle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
with the $5.
What if Jalen Carter falls to the 7th? Do you take him?
Yes,
I would.
Yes,
take him.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
At this point, no matter what,
even I don't think Mark Davis signs off on it.
Hold on 1 second. I have to give thanks for my super chat, man. So 1 second, please. Thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate you, man.
Late
Thank
night
you very
special.
much. Yeah, the late night special. That's how we do over here, man. It's a late night special. That's why I'm in the late night.
That's what's up. Shout out to D Menace.
Yeah, shout out to D Menace for the $5 donation. N.W.A. all day. Appreciate that. But yeah, that's how we do it over here, man.
So listen, we still got
$5 is the minimum for a video, and then as you go up in chats, then the videos get longer.
Nice. So hey, check us out. We still got Kuntz, and this is going in to his third year. I don't know if Jim McDaniels is going to keep him or not, or going to cut him. I mean, are we going to keep Cleveland Farrell? I highly doubt it. Fuck, man. Yeah, I think at this point now that we got a quarterback, it's basically best player available defense. Bottom line, I don't care. We can find a speedy receiver. You know what I mean? Later on down the line, you know what I'm saying? Maybe with a compensatory pick and some. Hopefully, we get some. I think Ziegler's going to find us some undrafted talent. I think that's where he's going to be. He's going to shine right there. I think he's going to find us some players that are going to just like we're going to be like who, and they're going to be balling out. I have a feeling they're going to do that, man. That's what I'm hoping on the defensive side of the ball. The offense is already set. I just don't know about as far as Waller's concerned right now. Because I think if they have to restructure Waller. They have to restructure that guy off top. If they don't do that, they have to train him, bro. They have to.
I think there's a lot of guys though that they can still go talk to and still open up a lot of money, dog. They could go talk to DA still. Look at that like what Q was saying earlier. I think when fucking what's his name, Hill just opened up 20 million, dog. You go talk to DA, you do something similar, you could open up money. You go talk to Colton Miller, you could open up money. You go talk to Chandler Jones if you don't want to do it. I mean, I'm pretty sure they can maybe talk them into it if it's gonna mean getting some players in here. You know what I mean? So there's still a lot of money that they can move around that I think can open up a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is like, but I think Waller of all people off top should be one of the first ones. I mean, just because the simple fact is his contract should have been went up or whatever. I'm not trying to get in anybody's pockets or anything like that, but bottom line, I think because that's going to save a lot of fucking money that we can get another good fucking piece, another good.
What about that Hunter Renfrow contract?
I'm gonna give him one more year on it. Then after that restructure, I'd give him one more year. And if he doesn't work on it, then I'd figure out a trade or just cut him.
$16 million a year.
I think. Look, put it this way. Hey, Lo, put it this way. I feel like if we traded Waller, we can get a second round, maybe a first round if some team is desperate. But if we trade Renfrow, I don't think we get
nothing.
Hurt.
Nothing.
He's not a bad player. He's a slot receiver. You know what I'm saying? You can find those guys in the later rounds.
I've said this for years, bro. Like for real, a lot of the players that we have wouldn't be starters on other teams or wouldn't even be set. You know what I mean? Like backups. You know what I mean? I'm sorry to say, like I'm not saying that they're not worthy of getting to that point, but a lot of these players that are overlooked, like a Renfrow and stuff like that, even though he did play with Deshaun Watson and he did catch the game, a lot of people would have been betting on him. A lot of people didn't, and we did. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even want to like Renfrow. That I mean, he broke.
I gotta give Brady his thanks.
I know, but he's a bad motherfucker, bro.
I gotta give Brady his thanks, man.
He's a good player, not a great player. Is my point.
You can't find those guys. Those guys don't get out. Like you can't.
No money, huh? Chat, man. Appreciate it.
How long you think it took him to practice that? Synchronized. They were doing that shit like, you know what I mean? Like they practice that shit every day.
All right.
No, I just don't think like we can't like say that you can't get guys like that all the time late in the draft, because I mean if it was, you would see fucking slot receivers getting 100 receptions every year.
Oh no. He's a good player. He's a good player. I just don't. It's just value. You know what I mean? Like, are you really going to be trading a first round pick for a slot receiver? Maybe a number one receiver. Maybe for an athletic.
I am with you there. I am with you there, but I think if they do decide to trade him, they're not going to get like what they think they could probably get for him. But that's why you do have to go try to restructure him, maybe. You know what I mean? Because that could be open up some money. I think that's the best way to have with him. I don't think you will get the value that he might be able to bring back to the team.
Yeah,
if you trade.
16 million a year is a lot of money for a slot receiver. That's all I'm saying.
Man, that contract is ugly.
Money.
It's a lot of money.
It's really ugly when the coach doesn't know how to use the slot receiver for some reason. Even when he was in there, it didn't seem like Hunter Renfrow was being Hunter Renfrow. You know what I mean? Like he's running those option routes and he's trying to,
right. And they the one that gave him the money. It's crazy.
Yeah, we'll see. Year two might be better.
Hey, so a Jedi put he doesn't agree with me that he's a season removed from 100+ catches. I'm not saying I don't like the guy, but I mean the thing is though, it's like if we need to clear up space and we're being a rebuild, those are two guys that we could possibly get rid of and trade and get some money up. I don't want to get rid of him, bro. Like I like Renfrow, bro. I like Waller, bro. I named my dog fucking Waller, bro. But at the same time, I'm like fucking. I'm a Raider fan, bro. I'm not a. They're a part of the team. I want whatever's best for the team. Now, if we do that and we get a fifth rounder that ends up being one of the best, say, fucking linebackers ever, you know what I mean? The reincarnation of fucking Lawrence Taylor or whatever the fuck, bro. Like, cool. You know what I mean? If we don't, screw it. I just want whatever's best for the team. And I'm not saying you know what I'm saying? You guys got to understand. It's like, I mean, we're just looking at options here. You know what I mean? These are just options.
Right.
Yeah.
You also have to factor in when they restructure. That means you're pushing money back, and you have to figure out on that player if that player is even worth pushing that money back. We know with Max Crosby ain't going nowhere. So you know what I'm saying? Because we identified that he ain't going nowhere, then he's one of those guys that I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Pushing his money back. Now with the Renfrow, they may like him, but they may not necessarily deem him as a super long-term type of guy. So if that's the case, then they're just trying to get the money off that. Hurry up and get the money off the book so we can, you know what I'm saying, down the line 3 years or whatever, we can send you your merry way.
Yeah.
Okay. So like even Jimmy G's porn double says we eat 7.3 inches or mil. Oh, never mind. We say 5.7. I was like, shit. Anyways, well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you structure and then you get rid of them, it'll be different. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all restructures. I feel like if they're gonna have restructures for one, and I'm pretty sure Ziegler in every single contract say, hey, every year it's gonna be up for restructure because I mean they're just crazy like that. I think he, probably did a lot of coke in college and got over analytical on, some shit, and you know what I mean, just really, really dug into some shit. So I think he oversees a lot of stuff. So in those contracts, I'm pretty sure there's a way that he can break things down, and those are one of those things. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always that fine print. You know what I mean? So they'll figure a way out, I think.
What up, JT?
Yeah, what's up, y'all?
But but it needs to be done though. It needs to be done for this team to flourish and get more talent. Bottom line.
That's why I think it would be smart for to go try to see what you can do with DA.
I wouldn't do that to DA. It's disrespectful, bro. I would do it to Waller. Waller doesn't deserve that. DA deserves his break.
They just did it to Tyreek Hill.
But no. But see, the thing is, though, listen, this is his first year. They took this dude. Hey, go restructure some shit. Nah, fuck that. Get these other fucks that weren't on the field putting up numbers like I was, bro.
I'm using Twan's logic pretty much. You know what I mean? Like if you're only gonna go, restructure guys that are gonna be, still maybe on this team later on, that you're not willing to, go restructure and have to eat that more money later, then it's smart to go restructure DA because because that's one guy that I feel confident in. You know what I mean? I mean, there's still likely. I mean, there's still the possibility of him, asking for a trade, but that's with everybody. So, but it's like that's once a smart guy that you can go out and go do the same shit. Like it's the copycat league. You go out and do it what they did with Tyreek Hill. You know what I mean?
Of course.
They opened up 18 mil.
Right.
I had a question. I had a question for everybody in the panel. Like, even I have my thoughts on this, and I kind of said it like in the beginning, but with the Jimmy G signing, do you guys see the Raiders drafting a QB in the first round in any scenario?
No.
In the first round,
no.
If the only way that I see it is if Stroud or one of those guys, like Stroud for me is Stroud or Bryce Young. If one of those guys fall to us, the value for that pick is very high. You know what I'm saying? And you'll draft that guy just based on the value.
Look, I see it 100%. You know why? Two things. The draft board right now is fragile. You don't know what's going to drop, what's going to rise. And then the second thing is that we already know, like I said, it's bringing Auntie with a good potato salad back to the barbecue. We already know how Jimmy G going to react when we have a new quarterback that's going to come in, that's going to be young with a new ego. We saw that what he did in San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we already know what his predictive behavior is going to be. So if we do take that route, we know that we have a person that's been in that situation and how he's going to react to it. He's not going to flip out and have an ego. Imagine if that was Derek Carr and we drafted a rookie. You know what I'm saying? That would have been a different reaction. You know what I'm saying? So at least we got a person that we got Auntie with the good potato salad, and we're just gonna ride it out and see what happened in the first round. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a good ass QB.
Hey, but you know what? If the reports are true, they were in on trading up. If those reports are true, they're in on trading up for the number one. So that means they want somebody in this draft. At least 1, 2, maybe 3 quarterbacks. So if one of those quarterbacks drop to number 3, Arizona, who doesn't need a quarterback, that's a good spot. I don't think they're going to trade for it right now. It's probably as the draft approaches, and it's probably going to be a draft day trade. If they're going to trade,
I think the only trade up they were going to make was for that number 1. You know what I mean? They want the same quarterback that Carolina wants. You know, Carolina made a sweeter offer. You know what I mean? Which knocked us and who else was it that wanted the number 1 pick? It was us and somebody. It was 3 teams.
Wasn't it Houston, us, and
Houston has 2, right?
Houston got
it came down to us in Houston. That's all it was. I think
it was like us and Houston.
Somebody on the chat said that they can't wait till Jimmy G get hurt. Who would say some? Why would you say some shit like that?
Hey, we can't say it no more. Wow. We can't say it no more. No. After today, that's it. No more of that shit.
Right.
That's wild.
That's wild, bro.
Hey, look.
I think the only reason he probably said because the only reason I would say some like dumb shit like that is if you do believe in Chase Garbers, but to say you want your starting quarterback. To say you go to get hurt.
That's normally the Kardashians and stuff like that.
No, stop. They're not gonna put that on anyone's a Kardashian. Anyone who is willing to say somebody needs to get hurt, you're a fucking loser and you have a shit life.
Hey man, don't talk about like Manuel was just joking, bro. Manuel was just joking.
No. I'm not talking about him. I'm saying there are people who've been like I got into a heated debate with the Bulls today, man, and there was a bunch of people just like, oh my god, like I don't think I'm going back on Twitter for like till the season starts.
You always use Twitter.
On there, I felt the same
way. He was quoting me directly. Like he was responding to my tweet, so I had to respond.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got you. Okay.
So like we went back and forth for like 2 hours, and like, oh my god, like
2 hours. Oh shit.
Yo, can't the Raiders need to start like firing these beat reporters who write for them? Seriously, I know they're independently contracted, but oh my, this guy's a fucking idiot. Him and JT, whoever JT is, that writer who writes for the Raiders.
JT the Brick.
Not the
Yeah,
Brick. It could be fucking clowns.
yeah, that's JT the Brick, I think.
He said they're fucking clowns.
Yeah, I got into it with him today. Like I'm like, bro, I'm literally putting in the statistics.
Okay, all right, JC, let's talk about it. So, like, if that's what you okay, tell us what you got. What was the bring it up?
Well, I don't know. There's just been a bunch of Raider shit on my shit, so I went on there. There's some fucking clown who's literally saying like they're trading allegiance to fucking the Saints. That shit's been on my board, so I've been dealing with those fucking idiots, and then some dumbass broad want to sit here and say Jimmy G was actually better, and I was like, can you bring up stats to substantiate that claim? And then she's like, well, he's just cute to me. I'm like, oh, you retarded bitch. Let me see if I can find
his next video too.
Who?
I said that girl can be in his next video too.
She was pretty cute. I ain't gonna front. She was cute. She go in there. He might look at her. She looked like his type. No, she was actually some NFL lady.
Oh wow!
I even looked and her shit was actually verified on Twitter. I was like, wait, this is a verified girl talking like this? Oh my god! But nah, man, DeBose is a fucking clown. Motherfucker, he just writing like clickbait shit that just made no sense. And then when you bring stats and like I'm bringing statistics and actually like screenshotting them, like, look, bro, the stats are here. Outside of Tom Brady's 50 touchdown year, Tom Brady got worse with Josh McDaniels as a coach. His QBR, his quarterback rating got worse with him as a play caller.
Hey, I will say this about Tom Brady. It is a well reported with that media in Boston that Josh McDaniels and Tom Brady didn't really get along.
They
So
never
a lot of
did.
people were connecting the dots with Josh McDaniels and Tom Brady, but in the end, they didn't really get along because, Tom Brady wanted to do things his way, and Josh McDaniels, he wants to control the quarterback, and that was the issue with him and Derek Carr. If you really want to be honest, like that's what.
I think that all has to do with more fucking like if that shit's an issue, then that shit has to do with professionalism, dog. Like, yeah, you cannot like somebody, but you gotta be professional enough to fucking, for the better of the team, dog.
But if I don't like you, I'm not coming here.
Yeah, no, that was the whole reason why he left. Because McDaniels was going to be the heir apparent to Bill Belichick. Then when that shit happened, they had a dilemma. Are we going to roll with Brady? Or are we going to roll with Josh? Bill Belichick was contemplating leaving. But when that shit happened, he ended up staying because they threw too much money at him. So what? Josh went and left to Denver, failed horribly, ran back to daddy, got another job with Indy, saw Andrew Luck was gone. That motherfucker said, I'm come right back to daddy. Then got another job with the fucking Raiders.
What about Mac Jones? It seemed like Josh McDaniels did a pretty good job with Mac Jones in 2021, and Mac Jones kind of fell off in 2022.
Yeah, that's why I said like if with his coaching style, it should be like a athletic QB that doesn't really is not really like a pre-snap type of quarterback. He's more better at post-snap. So like what he wants to do is he wants to call the right play, and if the play doesn't work out, he wants the quarterback to figure it out.
No, this is like you guys got it all wrong, and respectfully, I'm not trying to say you guys are wrong. All the analyses are great, but this is what it is. His system was built by Brady, and he wants to take credit for it. Listen, it was built by Brady, bro. Bottom line, and the reason why I can back that shit up is because Brady was at the line, and it was this year again, and Tampa was playing against somebody. It was right when I was sitting back, finding out that Brady might become a fucking Raider. I was sitting there, that pills, I didn't want to fucking take that drink and swallow that shit. So I was like, man, fuck it, let me watch this guy. So I started watching this film. When he's sitting there at the line, he's calling all da 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 whoop whoop, turns around. As he hikes the ball, he's turning around. recalling the play as it's in motion. Cover 2, boom, 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 boom. It's not McDaniel's play calling, bro. That's the thing that people aren't understanding, and McDaniel's thinks that it is. He has this fucking delusion that he's a head coach when he's a fucking offensive coordinator, that Brady made his play better, bro. When he turned around and his ideas, if you would have gave it to Lombardi and let Carr them just fucking dissect it and do his thing and him become a head coach, we wouldn't be having this fucking conversation. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing. Brady built that, and that was the thing. That was the thing that they were funking about.
Okay. Brady didn't build it. He mastered it. It's Charlie Weiss's system.
Oh, okay.
Charlie Weiss developed the system.
But who taught it? Who taught it to? Did Charlie Weiss show Brady, or did?
Yes, they won the Super Bowl.
Okay, thank you. So then Brady knew the system, and Brady taught McDaniels. Bottom fucking line, bro.
No, Josh McDaniels on the staff when Charlie Weiss was there.
A trainer or a janitor or some shit, bro.
No, he was a defensive back and quarterback coach. He was learning under Charlie Weiss.
Yeah, but when when Weiss was there, when I remember when Weiss was there, then you're talking about that shit, because I was watching the interview with him and he was like, "Yeah, I came in and they just offered me something. It wasn't nothing." So, bro, regardless, of whatever,
I was just trying to make a point that
Brady and Weiss, Brady mastered it, and then he learned and watched Brady do it, bro. Why do you think it's not successful? Why do you think it wasn't successful? If his shit's so good, he could have fucking adjusted this whole thing for Tim Tebow to be the running quarterback, and they should have been winning, bro. They had a number 5 fucking defense.
He had
a huge I feel you, like the first couple of years that New England won under Charlie Weiss's shit while he was learning it, they were winning off defense.
Yeah, but the offense showed up enough though.
Daniels was learning that offense from Weiss.
You guys are talking about the
even if you made the adjustments with system. Right. So look, say if it was right here, it's say if it started from here, bro, and it started going up, right? Regardless of whatever, they're both going up, and it's growing with both of them. So the thing is, though, if one person falls off, the whole thing's gonna fall off, bro. You know what I'm saying?
True that, but you know what I think though, like that's where I think, what you guys said right now. Brady never got along with McDaniels, but that's the perfect point to where you don't need to get along. As long as you're winning, I mean, they got 6 rings to show for it, so you don't need to get along with your quarterback. That shit's all overblown, dog. That getting along and all that shit. You got to be professional. You guys don't get along, but you guys got to come together as as coaching staff and as the guy that's the engine of your team for the betterment of the team. It's like you got to be professional. Like they might have not liked each other, but they had 6 rings to show for it.
I agree with you, but that's a different type of player. But those are mentally tough guys. These kids now that are coming out, they'll punch you dead in your jaw.
Right.
Like these kids.
I'm talking about the Carr and McDaniels getting along type shit. You know what I mean? Like I think that shit was overblown to where they were trying to use that as an excuse. Oh, they never got along. That's why they weren't good together. Like that shouldn't have even made a difference. You know what I mean? Like they should have put that shit aside. And like I do agree with you. They mentally tough shit with Carr.
Well, it was just a business relationship. I mean, that happens. There's just like his mentality. It didn't mesh with what Carr's mentality was, man. It just didn't. So they were cordial and they had a business mentality, and that's why Carr didn't get an extended sleeve like some people did. He's like, oh man, I can't really work with you.
That's why I think chemistry is way more important than getting along. You know what I mean? Chemistry, like on the field, the play calling, getting, learning the system. Like fuck getting along. The chemistry on the play, on learning the play calling, and all that's more important.
But look, the reason why I brought that up, I think it could work with McDaniels with a young QB that he can control. You know what I mean? Because the QB is not going to really fight him when it comes to play calls. He's going to be able to. He's just going to run his offense. That's why, Q, he made a point by saying Mac Jones and how in 2021 he played well because he's doing exactly what he wanted him to do. He was the play caller, and Mac Jones ran the play. And I think that if McDaniels gets a young QB in this draft, I think that's the same is going to happen.
Now,
I
with
mean,
what
that's
you
kinda
just
what
know,
he needs, you know what I mean? That's what he wants right now. Like, he's really not interested in a new veteran quarterback. One of the reasons why they signed Jimmy G, someone who's familiar with the system and can run it. But he wants a younger quarterback. Now, the thing about it was they tried to trade up and they weren't able to trade up to get the quarterback that they wanted. That is what made them get, okay, let's get Jimmy G. Let's make the contract like this, because we're not going to get the quarterback that we want this year. They're not going to take a chance on a possibility of something else. If they can't get the guy that they wanted, they're not getting a quarterback. So they'll try following year.
But-
They'll try next year. You know what I mean? They'll figure it out, because look, let's just be honest. I don't think they have a lot of faith in Jimmy G being healthy throughout the whole season. Because record shows, he gets hurt. You know what I mean? Fingers crossed that the man stays healthy. I'm gonna hope that he stays healthy, because when he's on the field, he's a good player, right? But the problem is being on the field. So I'll wait and see what he does and what it turns out to be. But for me, I'm just looking at it like you didn't spend $30 million on a quarterback. You didn't promise somebody $250 million. You didn't give away any draft capital. You know what I mean? And you still got yourself a quarterback that can produce when healthy. That's my only gripe with the guy is being healthy. But I personally believe that, you know what I mean, if you put Jimmy G out there, he's serviceable. He can get something done. But it also tells me that you also want to put a little bit of money into your defense. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Let's remember, Ziegler and them were known for building a defense over there in New England. That's what they did, right? And they see we don't really have a good one here, but we need one. A defense was always part of their reason for being in the playoffs or in the Super Bowl. We don't have that caliber here. So now we need to build that. How do you build that? Well, let's go get us a quarterback that we know this, and this. And then we don't really have a whole lot of money, but shit, neither does the rest of the teams in the NFL. I mean, I saw a team give out a contract 4 years, $84 million, and all they had was fucking $12 million in the bank.
For real.
How the fuck you do that?
Around this motherfucking shit, dog. Like this shit is
bro. How the fuck you do that? Right?
What team you referring to?
Hey, do y'all think that
Niners.
Jimmy G?
The Niners, I know I'm over exaggerating with 12, but the motherfucker gave out they gave him a 4-year deal for $84 million, bro. They don't have $20 million.
Yeah, if you only one piece away, and that's the piece.
But hey, come on, man. Let's be honest. Hey, Jimmy G is a high-end backup QB, in my opinion.
That's what he's getting paid.
He's a high-end backup QB. He's a starter for us. You know what I mean? Possibly.
Be honest. I think he's a starter in the league. I think he's a starter. I think he's a starter. If you go down the list of starting quarterbacks,
I think Jimmy's a starter.
He's a starter on a lot of the lower level teams, but unfortunately, we're the lower level team.
Okay.
So I asked this question earlier, and I'm gonna ask this, and I'm gonna take off. Where are we placed in the AFC now as far as quarterback is concerned?
Last.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like in the West?
Simple. Last.
Second.
In the West?
Yep.
Last.
Maybe
I'm gonna say it until y'all understand. Last.
Second.
Quarterback. I would say
Second.
quarterback. Maybe and quarterback. I would say okay. In quarterback, you
quarterback last.
What I'm arguing in offense, we're second in this division.
What?
This division.
So offense, we're second.
He said quarterback. He didn't say offense. He said quarterback.
Quarterback, I do agree with. I can agree with you. Like I can maybe get on that boat if you want to go that route. But as far as offensive, like as a whole, we're the number two. We're the number two offense in this division
on paper.
All right.
I'm putting him at second. He has a better winning percentage than Herbert, and he has a better winning percentage than Russell.
Yeah, Russ got a lot to show this year, man.
Russell's about to. All right, look. If Russell can get his game back, I think Russ might be okay.
For sure.
I still don't believe in his athleticism anymore. I think the man's taking one too many hits. You can protect him all you want, but honestly,
he ain't pumped no fear last year.
Look, Stidham just went to the motherfucking QB whisperer, bro. He just went to the man that had Mr. Drew Brees.
Sean Payton.
Man who just Sean Payton just had Drew Brees, bro. He
he
made Drew Brees
also
into something phenomenal when the Chargers gave up on it. Right? Mm-hmm. So Stiddy just went over there to the QB whisperer, bro. So if Russell doesn't work out or Russell does get injured,
they got a solidified backup.
They got a solidified backup.
Chargers are
with a coach that's gonna let him play his game.
So I want to get the roundtable, bro. I want to get everybody's concession on it. So Twan and everybody else, come on. Before I take off, because I want to say something, and then I'm gonna take off after that.
Well, say something.
No, I'm just asking. I want everyone's concession, so I was gonna say second.
Last, I answer for everybody. Last,
no, you didn't answer for everybody. You answered for yourself.
That's wishful thinking. Last, a man's only gonna play 8 games. He ain't gonna finish the season. He ain't throwing more touchdowns. He throws more interceptions. He's the least accurate quarterback in the division. He's last.
Okay, all right.
Second.
All right. Let somebody else. Let somebody else.
Even last year, you could say was an off year for him. Was like what 16 touchdowns to 4 interceptions.
Yep.
Man, he's last, bro.
Okay. Anyways,
he's
all right.
last, man.
Man, JT, fuck, bro. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here, bro.
Deuces.
Kush, what you got, Kush? Where you putting him?
I'm gonna put him third just because we don't know what's gonna happen with Herbert and this Kellen Moore situation. You know what I'm saying? It could be a complete disaster up into, you know what I'm saying, week 10, and then the motherfuckers can just figure it out. Yep. So I mean, I'm gonna wait and see what's gonna happen with them cats first until I say that we got the worst QB, because he's a dog, but he did have 4 downs. You know what I'm saying, to be able to perfect his QBR rating every time on some unshockingly defenses that wasn't expecting to see somebody on 4th down. You feel me? So I'm gonna say third, being as optimistic as I can. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't looking too cool. But you know what though? It's all about culture. Hey, who knows what Jimmy G may say in that locker room? That may be what we needed this whole time. Somebody to cuss a motherfucker out of the quarterback position. And if he's that guy, hey, let him know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just hoping for the best.
Good stuff. I'm gonna hate with the hating ass.
If he can't take a cut, he for damn sure can't take a punch.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Let me just say this real quick. I just want to say this real quick. So yeah, the Niners have had a really good defense the last few years. But when Jimmy G got traded there, the Niners were like 1-9, 1-10. He came in and they won like the last 5 games. So the dude got some talent, bro. That's all he got some talent.
They had the 28th ranked defense that year. They had the 28th ranked defense that year, and he went 5-0.
5-0 from 1-9 or 1-10 or whatever the hell they was. So I'm just,
Yeah, I think context matters with Jimmy G though. Context matters because at the end of the day, he had everything. He had coaching, he had running game, he had tight ends, receivers, defense, and he looked average.
They went on playoff runs, right?
He looked average on the football field. He held the team back, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say
4-2 in the playoffs.
The missing piece to the 49ers is a quarterback, and he wasn't the answer. That's the bottom line. And he had everything.
He lost his spot to 2 rookies.
You know that about a player. Are you going to be excited? So I'm going to answer this question for Lo because I know he got to get out of here. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to say, as of right now, still early in the offseason. So this is definitely going to change, hopefully. But third.
That's where I'm at. I'm kind of leaning more between 3rd and 4th. You know what I'm saying, for Jimmy G. We a lot of people a lot of people that are hyped up about Jimmy G are talking about his years with the Niners, and you know what I'm saying, that's a totally different offense from the offense that we have here. So I'm between the third and the fourth at quarterback.
And then let me add one thing too. Coaching matters,
Mm,
and the best coaches are Andy Reid, hands down.
mm,
And then after that, you got Sean Payton, and then it's a battle between Staley and McDaniels. Great coordinators,
mm.
but they head coaches? It's still a question mark on them.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, my answer is going to be second as well, and I thought about this when I asked it earlier, and I really put my fucking
What
2 cents.
about
You
what
know,
about the
really,
guess
I
at
really
top?
put, I really thought about it. Right?
What about GQ? GQ, did you answer?
Oh, I'm sorry, Q.
Q didn't answer. GQ didn't.
I
No,
answered. I
well,
said third.
Yeah, he said
GQ,
third.
what you say?
he said third. I'm like in between. I'm in between second and third. I'll say I'm gonna say second, but it's like it could flip flop. It's just depending on the Peyton Russell situation. You know what I mean? I'm not completely sold. You know what I mean on it.
Right.
You know, just shit. But it's a flip flop really between that situation. But again, everything that I'm thinking is predicated purely off of health. I'm not wishing nothing on nobody. I'm not one of those people. Well, yeah, he gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
I'm predicating everything that everybody on our team is able to play a full season, and we're able to play to our fullest potential. So, based off of that, I will say second. You know, what he can do in the offense, what he can do with the health, and what we have in terms of weapon wise on offense. And I understand the coaching is with McDaniels, and can McDaniels coach? Can he not coach? Whatever the case may be. Um, I feel like just what we have with him, what I know he can do when he's healthy,
Mm.
I would say he will be second second. Okay, you can't. We got to dethrone KC for us to say anything about whatever it is they got going on.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
feel
why I'm looking at. That's why I'm looking at second as well. You know what I mean? I'm looking at if the man plays a
What?
full healthy season, right? Um, no,
Okay.
I honestly think that if he's healthy
Mm.
and this offense is as phenomenal as they say it is, and they can open up the playbook more extensively for someone who already knows it,
Mm.
then I'm looking for the man to perform. Like if you're selling me a dream, okay, look, I gave you 7 weeks to sell me a dream. So let me at least buy into it a little bit. It's only day one. You got the quarterback thing knocked out the way.
Mm.
And you didn't pay a whole lot of money for him. Right?
Right.
So
Right.
let me see. I want to see what else it is they're going to do. As far as me ranking him second, I rank him second because one, he's got more playoff experience than Herbert. You know what I mean? He's won more playoff games than Herbert. He's got more wins than Herbert. He's got a better winning percentage than Herbert. He's actually a little bit more athletic, and he's got a higher football IQ. Now, if you place an offensive line around him and keep him safe, he may actually make it through a season. Right? Like he just may make it through a season. And if that is the case, and they do believe that he's better than DC, I mean, you still got to prove to me that you brought in somebody that was better than you let go of. I mean, that could have been anybody. It don't even have to be DC. Whenever you let a quarterback go and you bring in another one, you then have to prove to me that the guy that you let go is not as good as the guy you brought in. I mean, that's any team, any player. It's not Ryan for Derek Carr.
Mm. Right.
That's
Zach
true though,
Wilson,
but like,
right?
how many guys in this league have we seen good and never be 40-17, dog?
Yes.
Good players in this league never be 40-17. And I'm saying guys who have had this and been in good situations even still never go 40-17.
Okay. So can we sit here and say he had a once in a generation head coach? He's always had an above average offensive line. He's had damn near revolutionary defenses. And he's never been the factor in why he wins games. And he's only completed a complete season one time in his 9-year career.
And went to the Super Bowl that year.
He wasn't even in the game when they won the Super Bowl.
But they went to the Super Bowl that year. That
but he didn't play a snap.
He
didn't even get a kneel down.
He played 18
Huh? He played
18 games that year.
Okay, I'm talking about.
Okay, so JT, let me jump off that, bro, because I've been pretty much everybody. Right? So you said last, right? So I'm gonna dip out right now, right? Or go for it.
One thing before you get off, bro. We got to give you and Dirty and Loon their roses today, bro, because we had some breaking history for the first time in fucking 10 years that we had a new quarterback, and y'all motherfuckers announced it. I was watching the whole goddamn day when you guys was talking about who we signed, and we went through the whole emotion. So salute to you, bro. I know you've been up all morning. Same with you, Dirty, bro. I know that was for real. That was breaking news for the whole day. Good, bad, or ugly. Wanted to make sure you got that before you got off today, bro. It's been a long day for you, Low Schefter.
Yeah. It's been a good one, man. I appreciate that,
shouts out, man. Let me shout out the 126 people watching right now, man. I appreciate y'all for real, real. I have no idea what time it is. It's almost 12 o'clock. 126 people watching, man. Hey, the great numbers. I appreciate y'all for real. It's been the day one review. I mean, it's not over. You know what I mean? But we are going to send Low away because Low has to go. Goodbye.
Let me just get this out real quick and then I'll be out, right?
Low, send me a link to your next show. I'm about to tear your ass up on your own show. I'm about to tear your ass up on your own show.
Bro. You better be.
I know I'm gonna have to wake up early, but I'm gonna tear your ass up.
Get your little workout in, you know what I mean? Get your little pre-workout, bro. You know what I mean? You know, get your meditation in, bro, because I'm up at 3 o'clock, bro, ready to rock, bro. So don't.
You said 3 a.m.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm up at probably 4.
Shit, never mind. You good? You got that?
Yeah, let me get to this.
You got it.
I'll be there with
you. Got that, champ?
Yeah, you got it.
I'm just going to bed at that time. You got it. It's all you, champ.
Yeah, I hear you. But so check this out. So this is one of the biggest things that I overlooked and everything. And when I asked the question, I was like, fuck, all right, check this out. I'm going to place him at second. And this is the only reason why. Regardless of his injury and whatever, we got to look at the numbers. Now, one of the biggest things right now, he was asking for $35 million, bro. He came down to basically making $11 million, bro, a fucking year, right? So one, they already know that his history is there, right? Now he has this chip on his shoulder, right? Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do this. Check this shit out. All right, so there's that one, right? He's already with the system that they brought him in that, man, I'm going to do this shit. He knows what's going on. He knows how to run this shit. 3, okay? He's a cool motherfucker. You look at this motherfucker, the players fucking respond to him, bro. He fucking knows how to play. He knows how to fucking play, all right? Now, the 4th fucking thing about the whole situation, bro. He lost to Mahomes. And that shit is fucking irking him, bro. The only thing that will make him fucking really fucking make him just get to the next level is to beat him consistently and take his fucking spot. So that right there, bro, is a strong fucking motivation. If he's really about this fucking life and he really wants that and he wants that Super Bowl fucking ring, he has to go through Mahomes now, bro. This is now if he wants that shit, this is his shit, bro. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm putting him at number 2. Fuck Russell Wilson and all that bullshit and let's blah 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 whatever, bro. Corny ass motherfucker. Herbert, bro, is probably gonna be the guy that's fucking Jeffree Star, bro, on some real shit. That gay motherfucker, bro. That crying out. Hey, for real, anyways, bro.
Hey, leave sunshine alone.
Hey, but look, man, I'm not, I'm talking shit. You know what I'm saying? I get a little frazzle dazzle, you know what I mean? Razzle, you know what I'm saying? But but really, that's if you really look at it like that, bro. He's getting less money than what he wants. Everybody's fucking doubting him. And the guy that fucking took him out and didn't give him his fucking Super Bowl is right in front of him 2 games out of the fucking season. And he knows he's got to fucking take him, bro. Bro, come on now. Ain't that motivation enough? That's fucking motivation, right there, my G.
Yeah, y'all motherfuckers be woo. But y'all be wishing upon the star for real.
Hey, shit. I'm wishing
Man,
upon.
JT, you've been wishing
I'm gonna be
upon a
sitting there
Hey,
star
like,
for
man,
a minute,
hey, I
man.
got
y'all
no
be wrong.
problem
See you
eating
next year,
crow.
bro.
I have no problem eating the
Let me get the
crow.
pound
I have
for you,
no
nigga. Let
problem
me get
eating
the
crow.
pound for you, nigga. Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
What if Jimmy G's over there got some
Shit.
bro?
Optimism is up. Hey, give me some of that optimism. God
Hey,
Hey,
damn.
bro.
we
Hey,
real Raider fans, man. We always optimistic.
yeah, but see,
You
you know what I'm
feel
saying?
me?
Look, man, like Michael G, man, shout out Michael G. I know he's watching, bro, and he came on my show and he was fired the fuck up. I was pissed off, bro. I was like, man, fuck this whoopie whoop. He's like, man, this motherfucker hasn't even played a down and we're doubting his ass, bro. We haven't even given him a chance to put on the fucking silver and black yet, and we're already doubting this motherfucker, bro. What the fuck is wrong with us, bro? We fucking Raider fans, bro. The fuck?
We got
Come on, bro.
PTSD.
Tighten
We
this
got
shit up.
PTSD from the last
Hey,
relationship
And,
that we
and
was
let me
in.
say this too.
I'm just
This is
going off
Raider
of
Station,
statistics,
man.
man.
And I'm gonna be
I'm
really good with y'all. We ain't won a playoff game in over 20 years.
I'm saying,
This dude is coming in and he's a winner. Let's
yeah,
see.
yeah.
Let's see.
what did he win?
Let's see.
What did he
I'm gonna get out of
win?
here, fellas. I had a long fucking day, but I'll be live tomorrow at 10 o'clock. If you guys want to show up, man, I'll put it on IG and everybody, man. Hey, man, it was nice
Damn,
being on
10
the channel with
o'clock
everybody,
is
man.
early.
Gabe's been
All right, brother.
rocking with me
Love.
all day. Twan, all you guys, man. Pharaoh, bro,
Be
pull
cool,
up.
Yes,
man.
sir. Salute.
All
Good
right.
work, brother.
Peace.
You guys have a good night,
Motherfucker
man.
said
All right, you too.
10
Yeah, get some
o'clock,
rest,
man.
dog.
AM,
Yeah,
AM,
you be at
AM.
work, nigga.
Bro.
So what? You be at work. We get it.
Nah, I'm just getting up.
He did
Well,
not.
Nah, but you have
hey, that's your
He didn't go
Look
to
at,
problem,
6
man.
playoff games and win 4. You said
six
what he
playoff,
win?
four,
He didn't go to
hey,
6
man.
playoff games and win 4.
Hey, they don't
four.
put up banners for just winning playoff games, do they?
True,
Well,
that is true,
I'm
but
just
it's like
saying.
I mean,
Then
I
that's
mean, they do put them
no,
up
no.
in the titles,
I'm
though.
sorry. I'm not playing for playoff wins. I'm playing for Super Bowls.
Hey,
Yeah,
Are we
we ain't
they do
won
not?
put
in
them up for
20
NFC
years,
titles.
man.
No, man.
You
No.
gotta get
Hey,
in
look.
to have
Hey,
a
we've been
chance.
talking about Super Bowl the last 3 years. Now we off a Super Bowl and we regressing now.
You gotta
Is
get
that what
in
we
to have
doing?
a
Nah,
chance.
you gotta
No,
get there.
everybody wants the Super Bowl, bro.
Oh,
You
I'm
gotta
just
get
saying.
in
It's
the
the
you gotta get
playoffs.
in the playoffs.
I'm
You
just
can have a
saying.
chance.
Yeah, get it in the
Everybody kept
that,
saying Super Bowl, this and that, Super Bowl the last 3 years. Now all of a sudden we just talking about trying to get to the
right.
playoffs on the playoff game now.
Okay,
We going backwards with our
so
expectations now, right?
I don't think so.
I'm
so
just
the last
saying,
cat was here
I
right?
for
don't
9
think
years,
so at
and you
all.
got
No,
all
I
the
don't.
patience. Now a guy ain't played a snap yet. You got no patience now. You got all the patience for a 9-year guy, but you got no patience for a guy that ain't even played a snap yet. That's all I'm saying.
Our team is the same. Our team is the same. Well, okay, now let's take about it. Let's really break it down. Let's peel the layers back. We have a quarterback who's even more fragile than the quarterback we just let out, and this guy would take dives if he was about to get sacked. Right? This guy can't even make cuts without tearing up his knee. He's less mobile than the guy we just had. We don't have a better offensive line that the team he left that got hurt with.
Actually, we do.
We do.
We don't have a better offensive line. We do not have a better offensive line. We can say whatever we want on paper, but when it actually gets in the game, we do not. We do not.
We can use stats when it works for your numbers.
I don't
But
know.
when it
I'm
works
not.
for my numbers, we can't use
Frisco's
stats.
O line was getting their
Whose
quarterback.
O line look better in the game? Did our O line look better or did theirs?
Yes,
The Niners got 4
I
quarterbacks
don't know.
knocked down.
They still look better than ours.
When we faced them, our O line looked better.
bro,
I'm
they
saying,
got 3 quarterbacks hurt.
and I still would take their O line over ours.
That's crazy.
What?
That's crazy.
I take their
I
defensive
would. We didn't even have a solid O line the whole time.
That's a record.
It was music and chair. We was putting people in, taking people out. Like we don't even have a solid O line right now. We still working it out.
The Niner O line just gave up almost 50 sacks.
Mm-hmm. And they're still better than. Hold on. And one of our better linemen ain't even coming back to us. Luminor, who they were depending on.
He was the worst lineman I think we had.
But they like him though. They loved him.
The
coach
Mumford was always going to be.
Hey, that's who they were putting in. That's who they were putting on the edge to protect the weak side. I'm sorry. That's who they were pulling.
I believe they believed it last year, but they opened up their eyes. I think they believed in them last year. But they opened up eyes to be releasing them. This year. You know what I mean? They opened up their eyes in order for them to have released them.
Look, I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer. I wish I had your optimism, but I don't trust what. It's the same team we have. It's literally the same. We just changed quarterbacks. Nothing else has really changed.
We were literally
at a third of a price.
I still don't trust. I still don't. Hold on. Even with the players, I do not trust the coaching staff to allow my guys to play. I don't believe they're putting us in position to win. I still don't think that we have a defense that can hold a lead with Patrick Graham if we get up and he plays it safe. We have not improved.
Okay, even by what you're saying though, like even if we do have the same team, right? Even if we do have the same team, okay, we're getting it at a third of the price as of what Carr was going to get. So all that money that you're saving, you are able to go to the defense.
But when he asked that question,
Mark Davis is happy.
Right now, he said, as of right now, where do you see the Raiders finishing? So that's why I answered the question. I said third. You know what I'm saying? But that can improve because the offseason could for sure. Like,
and I just said, okay, JT, say he is the third best quarterback in our division. Say if he is the third or fourth, our division still has some of the best quarterbacks in the whole AFC.
Yeah, but they're still they're still beatable. I'm not doubting that we can't win games because we was in games and we literally just made a lateral move. So for us to sit here and say, I don't see us better. We're literally in the same position we were last year. And now this is a saving grace. If they spend the money and get a defense, then we're better. But that has to happen. Hold on. That has to happen
We're in
first.
the same position at the quarterback spot. You had a quarterback last year who knew nothing about the playbook versus a quarterback who has experience with the playbook.
Hey man, I got to see it on the field. I got to see it on the field, man. We said that about Stidham. I got to see it on the field.
Hey, look,
Stidham was the playbook too, and what was the result with Stidham? I got to see it on the field.
As much as I hate to admit it, when Stidham touched the field, the offense looked different
For a half, and then what happened in the other half?
Look, you asked the question. I'm giving you an answer.
And I responded.
Yes, the offense
but that was
different.
But that was our issue the whole year. Was we be 9 day? We be bipolar. We look decent one half, and we look horrible the other.
Yeah. Okay, but even by say you're okay by that. If we have the same team, wouldn't you much rather have the same team, but the quarterback taking a third of the money?
If I'm Mark Davis, yes.
I mean, as a team, even because you're able to get more pieces. I mean, aren't you wanting to waste that money for more pieces?
But if we have the same team and we're only paying our quarterback less, that means we didn't change anything. We just got a quarterback for cheaper.
No, that's what you're saying. Yeah, we could get better at other positions that we need.
So we're still a 6-win team, is what you're saying.
You got look, you got
no, because if your offense is just as good, but the defense is better, how are you going to still be a 6-win team?
You didn't say the defense.
I'm going to say what's going to make a difference. This quarterback is better in the red zone than the other quarterback. So that alone will have us win more games. Period.
Yeah, when you hand the ball off,
alone is going to win us more games.
How many of those were throwing touchdowns compared to rushing touchdowns? You should look at that stat.
Touchdowns didn't happen because of inaccuracy.
I'm saying they were rushing. Hey, if he gets in the end zone, by all means, I'll love that too. I love it too, but do I trust Patrick?
We can't omit player error, right? And we'll say, well, that is politics. That's what the player's supposed to say. Jacobs and Devontae both came out and said in post conferences that, hey man, we can't keep talking about coaching. At some point, the players got to execute plays. At some point, we got to do what we got to do. Devontae even said, you remember, in 1 week he was like, look, man. If you ain't gonna throw me the ball because I'm double covered, why'd you even bring me here? Now you could say he was saying that to McDaniels, but McDaniels ain't throwing the ball. He's saying if you ain't gonna give it to me because I'm double covered, then you might as well not even have me here because I'm gonna be double covered all the time. Nigga, I'm Devontae Adams, so I'm open. It's 2 people on me. I'm open. Whatever you look to me, that was a message to. And we're talking about his production at the beginning of the year compared to at the end of the year. It was like, yo. Stop being scary and throw me the rock. I'm open.
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying is player production, and even talking about like Renfro fumbling or this person, the penalty, like player error affected a lot of things too when it came to like certain things and production, timing of games. I talk about moments. You can do a lot of things in the game. Oh yeah, he threw for this amount of yards or he ran for this amount of yards, but in this moment where we needed this play and we needed you to make it, are you that guy that's making that play at that time when we need it most? And a lot of times, whatever the cases be, we were talking about the defense, they get their ass whooped right all game. But here it goes. They needed that stop so we can get the ball back to put it in the hands of this offense to get this touchdown to win. The defense makes a stop. The offense doesn't get the touchdown, right? And we lose.
Mm-hmm. And I hear you on that. But this is my thing. Josh does not put our guys in position to win. How many times do we see fade routes when we're on the goal line to either Waller or even Max Collins or even Devontae? How many times did you see that when we're in positions to score or positions to extend drives on third down, third and short? It was very predictable. So now you have to redevelop this chemistry with your new quarterback with all the players. It should be simple, but unfortunately it's not. Not with this guy. He struggled everywhere he's gone. He struggled to implement a quarterback with his system outside of New England.
That struggle doesn't exist with Jimmy G, though.
One of the big ones for me, man, was
it was in New England when he was the offensive coordinator, not when he's the head coach. He is the head coach now. As a head coach, when have you seen him be on par with his quarterback?
We're gonna see it this
not
year.
Never. Not never. No, I'm answering for you. Not never.
Kyle Orton.
He benched Kyle Orton. He had to bench Kyle Orton for Tim Tebow. And then he's gone, 5 games after that. He's never, outside of New England, been on par with his quarterback. And if you even want to get more, come on, man.
We're gonna see it this year.
I think.
And this is not even this. Here's another caveat. We still got Patrick Graham as our defensive coordinator.
It's still early, bro. It's still early in the offseason, man.
You could say it's early, but this is an ongoing issue.
No, it's definitely a question mark. When we talked about this earlier, it's like McDaniel's still got to show us that he can coach on Sundays. But it's still early in the offseason. I can't say that it's the season over. Because right now they're focusing on making smart moves. They're trying to draft well, and if they can hit on, and it could happen, they can improve in one offseason. We've seen it before.
Eagles.
The Eagles is a good example. And
we have utilizing other organizations that have continuity and good organizational movement. Can we stop doing that? Can we stop doing that and just like we're just wishing upon a star at this point, thinking that we're the Eagles or thinking that we're the 49ers with that organization, with that leadership.
When we were in the
it got to be done. Execution. That's all it is.
I'm saying their saving grace is that, okay, they're getting favorable deals, and I'm not going to say they're being cheap, but it kind of, if we don't get the pieces that we need to and we miss it, they look like they're being cheap right now. And they nickel and diming. Now, like I said, they still have the saving grace with what they do with the defense. If they put everything in the defense, I'm on board with it. But I'm saying from what I'm seeing right now, we're still a 6-win team, man. We don't look better than what we did last year.
I'm with you there. I'm with you there because of where we're at right now, where we're standing right now. I am with you there. But just the amount of draft picks that we have left and even the little bit of money that we have, say we have 23, 24 million, that's still room for some more money. You know what I mean? So if you're saying that we're 6 wins, just having that, you know what I mean, available still to us is going to get us at least another win or two.
Hold on. If we're a 6-win team, we got a new coach next year.
No, I'm saying as of right now, you say it's a 6-win team, right?
And that's what I'm saying. I'm tired of seeing us having to change. Yes. That's why I'm so. I don't see us better. We're a 6-win
No,
team. We didn't knock anything out the park. We're not negotiating with anybody. We're not in no rumor mills. We don't have a favorable draft.
Hey,
We
JP,
don't draft
before you
well.
Skip Bayless.
Man, hold
Like
on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. You were Thelma and Louise in this shit right now, bro. You are so ready to jump off the motherfucking cliff, and it's only been one. It hasn't even been a full fucking
Hey
day.
man. Hey, I would need to see. For me to
Ain't even
change
a full
my
day.
perception of a 6-win team.
Ain't even a full.
I need them to knock it out the park to make me feel comfortable.
Bro, but
all
how
I
are they
know
gonna
is that
Hey,
hold
hey,
on.
you need to make me feel comfortable. I'm not feeling comfortable right now.
All right,
the
look,
draft that we had last year, we picked up some fucking pieces for this team with the
Okay, how many?
limited draft we had last year,
And
and we have
how's our draft class looking right now? That draft class, how they look for real? How many guys
Jimmy
played?
Parham is going to be a stud to me.
I like
You got an
that.
undrafted free agent in Masterson. I mean, you still got
Not what's your perception? How did they look? Because they didn't look good.
Dave Mumford looked good.
Parham did look
Dylan
good.
Parham looked good.
Parham looked
Okay,
good.
if that's what y'all call it looking good, all right.
Palomalu looked good.
So making
All
an
right.
all-pro rookie team is not good nowadays, or what? So you made the best 11 out of the rookies, but you're not. That's not good.
That's not good.
Didn't he get benched?
No, he was. All I know is he was all. He was.
Didn't he lose his starting position like 3 different times during the season?
Oh, Parham? No, Parham got his position. He never lost it. He didn't gain his position until like the 3rd or 4th game.
I mean,
No, he was balling out.
Didn't Barr take it? Didn't Barr take the position back?
Barr never took the position from him.
He even started at center.
But that's where he was starting. That's where they wanted to put him, and then he didn't win that job. They moved him somewhere else.
They put him to right.
What other guy do you know?
Hold on.
Not just that. What other guy you know is going to be able to do that? Draft a guy like that and still play center for you?
Yeah, he moved over to left guard and played better because we didn't
I
have.
I also think they schemed him up sometimes, bro. Parham is a utility player. He also plays center, bro. And I think that could be the move too. They actually might move him to start in center and move Andre James away. That's something too that could potentially happen.
So then the coaching staff is holding him back then.
Well, no, our O line, bro. You sometimes they match up to where they need them to be. You look at teams defensive fronts matching up and shit like that. When you got players that can play like that, they was using them a lot like that too as a young player. But Parham, bro, that I was saying that earlier about the younger players that's going to be a year into the system. That was one of the ones I'm referring to, bro. He's going to be a stud for sure.
I think he's gonna be a stud.
Hey, I'm just going off what is, not what can be, because everyone could possibly be a stud. Let's be honest.
He had a good year. I don't have his stats in front of me, but I don't believe he gave up many sacks last year. If I'm not mistaken, not very many.
All right, look,
You look at O-line play, and you see the hurries and the rushes and the sacks. A lot of that is attributed to the guy that's holding the ball too, making the O-line look how they look.
I don't know. I don't know. And this is our first real draft. You know what I mean? Because last year wasn't a real draft. We had fucking our first pick in the 3rd round.
5 penalties, 6 sacks. Played over 1,000 snaps. Had 5 penalties, and tied for 3rd for most sacks allowed at 6.
1,000 snaps and 5 penalties.
I mean, he could get better, like I said. But I doubt the coaching staff, man. I doubt the coaching staff, man. I don't like their eye, man. I don't like it, man. I don't like it, man. I don't like it.
Sorry, man.
Look. I was more optimistic about the coaching staff before talking to Dirty. Dirty has made me review some things and look at some things with the coaching staff. I don't like, man. I don't like. I don't like it. Nah, man. I was willing to give him a whole nother year. then when we started talking, and he said, "Man, he gets 7 games from me," and I'm like, I'm seeing how we're moving right now. Nah, man, with the money we had and who we could have talked to, who we could have brought in, and they're not even doing that. Nah, man, I don't like that. I don't
I'm
like
gonna say
that.
this though. JT is
I
a
don't like.
stats guy. You the biggest stats guy, one of the biggest stats guy
Whoa,
I've
whoa,
heard.
whoa, whoa! No, I am not. No, I am not.
That's all you talk about when
I'm
we
an
go to
eye
stats.
guy. No, I have to use stats to convince you guys. I'm an
Okay,
eye guy.
okay. So when I come back with your stats, then it's like, oh no, well that don't count.
Well, you want me to
You
refute
can't
your
have it
argument, so I
both
do.
ways,
I have to use stats to refute your argument. You can't be mad at me for doing that.
You can't be mad at me for using stats to refute yours.
I'm not. That's the conversation. But y'all get mad when I bring up the stats to counteract your argument.
I'm never mad at stats because numbers. I'm a math guy, so I'm never mad at stats. I appreciate it actually. But when I come back with stats, I want to say I would like to hear you say, "Oh, okay, I didn't know that" or something. But no,
I
not
did.
oh, that doesn't matter.
When did I say it didn't matter? I just brought up Parham stats
Niners
because
giving up
JT needs
15
to
to
be right.
20 more
JT has
sacks,
to be right.
getting all their quarterbacks.
hey, I said if I eat crow, I'm happy. I'm happy if I eat crow. That means we're doing a lot better than what I thought and projected. Because y'all were projecting Super Bowl and y'all killed me when I said, "Bro, what are y'all looking at last year?" We were talking about 60. We were talking about 60 touchdowns for DC and DA, 20 touchdowns. I'm like, bro, what are y'all looking at?
Should have been.
If y'all don't know,
Should have. Hey, I'm just saying. I was like, yo, we're not.
Hey, DA, that one was close. 20 touchdowns. That one was close. Shit, what do you have? 18?
Yeah.
DA was doing his part.
And who was throwing the touchdowns to DA?
Shit, it's
Yeah.
just
What
nobody.
Hey JT, who's a better quarterback right now, Russell Wilson or Jimmy G?
Ooh. It's tough.
Jared Stidham.
Stop the cap.
Honestly, I would have to go with Russell. I would go with Russell Wilson.
Oh, boy.
I go with Russell Wilson.
I just think aren't the Broncos about to lose Jerry Jeudy?
Sounds
I
like
don't
it.
know, to be honest with you.
yeah, they are.
They say he on the block.
And then the Chargers are gonna probably lose Eckler.
I
Yeah,
hope
I'm happy
so.
about that.
Yeah,
That
man.
little
So
motherfucker's
tired.
killing us.
I hate every running back who's with San Diego.
Eckler's going to the Saints.
That's why. Oh, what?
I'm calling it.
No,
yeah,
they said.
I thought that was
calling
breaking
it out,
news.
man.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
No, there's still 10 million. There's still 10 million over the cap.
Yeah, they can't afford that.
They can't afford him. They can't afford DC. They still trying to figure out how to get DC money.
I don't know how they got that off. I'm gonna be honest with you.
What's his name have to restructure just for them to get to 10 million over the cap? Right?
No, man, they using that COVID bullshit excuse, man. How COVID affected them and all that shit. That's bullshit.
When Cam Jordan just restructured, they were like 20 million over. So when he restructured, that got him to 10 million over.
Yeah, I don't know how they did that, but hey, the money that they giving the Saints, they need to give it us. We was affected by COVID too.
DC's contracts breakdown is really funky, but it's supposed to actually fit what
supposedly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a big thing too. Eckler could maybe, Buffalo was looking at him. They need a running back.
No, or who they Miami also is involved somehow. I'm hearing Miami is going to be talking to him. I'm like, where are they getting this money from?
True, man. Because didn't they just open up 20? Open up just 20.
Just opened up some money for them. He gave like
$20 million.
I mean, he got it up front or something, but he didn't. I don't think he gave
it up. They just signed Ramsey.
True.
Listen, they switched Tyreek Hill's contract and gave him some more upfront money, where he only is making $1 million.
Their owner got money to spend too. Their owner got money to spend.
Hey, they didn't play with the numbers so good, man.
We need.
You know who's doing some moves, dog? Like for real, Chicago Bears, dog. You gotta watch out for them in the NFC.
They got a shitty ass quarterback. They ain't going nowhere.
I did.
Until they get a quarterback, they're not going nowhere.
You don't like Justin Fields? You don't think he got any potential?
Not in that system, no.
I think he has better receivers though this year though. I mean, he has something to prove.
Definitely.
That's what he was missing.
He picked up Claypool, towards the end of the last year, and then he just picked up
Moore. Yeah, that was big.
I don't know, man. It's just quarterbacks don't work out in Chicago, man. I don't know why.
Windy City, but we'll see. I mean, he does have the legs for it.
Everybody can't be Jay Cutler, right?
Marvo Joe.
Hey, who was a quarterback in Chicago?
Rex Grossman.
Rex Grossman was the quarterback for the Super Bowl. Yeah,
they went to the Super Bowl with Rex.
No, I'm Kyle Orton.
That was like Brian Urlacher, though, man. That defense was crazy. And they had Devin Hester.
Yeah,
he was returning kicks every week. Yeah,
Peanut, fucking Tillman. That's what Peanut Tillman was causing like a fumble every fucking game.
Has Chicago ever had a decent quarterback?
They always had good defense though.
Yeah,
that took them to the
Super Bowl though.
It was crazy that year, dog. Like that's the year that fucking Peanut Tillman almost had a fucking like a caused fumble almost in every fucking game, dog. Like he was
Chicago. If I'm Chicago, I'm talking with I'm talking about the Ravens to get Lamar over there. That's what I would do.
But I think they traded the number one pick. They might believe. I think they believe in Justin Fields. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying like if like. Take my what I believe in him. I think they, by trading away that first round pick, I think they showed that they might believe in him.
He didn't play bad. It's just
Cordell Stewart.
Wasn't he a slasher at that time? No, he was more like receiver, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was fucking everything. He was fucking. Remember, fucking. He even played like
he played.
He punted. I think he punted in the game.
I think he put on every position except what? The O-line?
For real. I remember Cordell Stewart. That was I fucking hated the Steelers.
I got a question. I got a question for y'all. What do y'all think about Dalton Schultz?
Tight end?
Tight end from
Dallas.
It all depends.
He a free agent.
All depends on what we do with Waller.
Stay away from him.
Because he has hurt. He was hurt. He had
it's a good draft for tight ends, bro. It's a good draft. We don't need to sign no tight end and no free agency. It's a good draft.
I think that's another reason why they let Foster walk.
Exactly.
Yep.
No news on Foster yet, huh? Where he might go?
No, not yet.
But man, just gave him. If we draft a tight end, we're not drafting a tight end to what, the 6th, 7th round?
Somewhere. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think they're letting Foster test the market to see what he gets. I think they have intentions of bringing him back, but I believe him and Denzel Perryman both, they're asking for a little bit more than what the Raiders want to give them, so they're letting them see if they can get it somewhere else. If they get it somewhere else, cool. If not, then they'll come back in the negotiations and have a conversation. But they're not willing to pay. And you got to remember, that's just how they do things, bro. They don't pay they pay very few people a whole lot of money. You know what I mean? They pay very few people a whole lot of money. So
I just like him because he gets open. Jimmy likes tight ends. He's a quick tight end who actually can hold blocks. He's small, he's slender. He's very elusive. He's a matchup nightmare. He would definitely be a matchup nightmare in the AFC West. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll be a matchup problem if we keep him and Waller.
Oh shit. I mean,
what, you just take your matchup at that point, man.
I like that. I like that, but you just can't spend no more money on offense. I mean, I need the defense to get built.
Hey, man,
it got to be like O-line or something. It has to be like
it would have to be
right tackle.
Man, it would have to be a hell of a splash on the whole line, bro. Like,
hey, JT,
okay, wait. Watch this.
Good.
The type of quarterback Jimmy G is, he has a quick release. He's not gonna hold the ball long. So you're gonna need guys who get open quick. That's what Dalton is. He makes his reads quick. He's not gonna sit on a read or hold it or second guess it, which was what DC was doing. DC kept pump faking too many times, and that's why he was throwing late. He's not that type of guy. He ain't got the biggest arm, but he definitely, if he's on, he's on. He's just too streaky for me. Like I said, he does do things good. His bad is terrible. That's my issue with Jimmy G. Yeah, if he's his good is like
you said a
barely
lot.
above average. I'm sorry, but as my quarterback, let's be honest, you have to have a transcending quarterback really to win in this league. Look at all the people who win Super Bowls. You have to have that type of caliber quarterback.
Also, like you just said, DC was too. He had time, is what you just said, and he pump fake until you get sacked, until you got to make a mistake.
No, he didn't have time. That was his problem. He wouldn't have time, and the read would be there when he make the read, but he would second guess it like Kerry Collins would do with Randy Moss.
Hey, the better question is who's the starting right tackle? That's a better question.
Perfect point. That's a perfect point, JT, because that 2-point conversion against KC, dog, he missed that fucking read, or else that was a walk-in 2-point conversion, dog.
I'm saying, but that's the learning curve. And this my thing is, he's gonna have a learning curve, man. He hasn't been in the system in how many years? We think he's just gonna walk in here and just know the system off rip. Come on, let's be realistic. He has not played with this guy in 5 or 6 years. He doesn't know the calls. He doesn't know the audibles. He doesn't know what type of speed his receivers are. Come on, man. I'm not saying y'all being clueless, but y'all really being clueless, man. To think that this guy just gonna walk in here and pull the magic door, I'm back. No, that ain't. Fuck no, that's not happening. I'm sorry. This motherfucker is not Superman.
Yeah, but he is a professional. You know what I mean? I expect
Derek Carr was a professional. He's been 9 years. We expect him to do the same thing y'all talking about now.
I think he's just got. He has the ability to pick it up a lot faster than anybody else.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a young QB, man. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Then we gonna have to go through a new coaching staff.
Nah,
this is why I'm so mad is because I see we going through another coaching staff. That's what I'm saying. The roster that we're developing is going to get us a new coaching staff.
No, and I feel you about the 5-year thing. But okay, you have 5 years. He hasn't played with them for 5 years. But also, you got to take into account though, who are you going to want more than him? He's the learning curve is not going to be as bad with him. You know what I mean? He's going to get this offense back by September. Especially signing him on first day of the new league year. You know what I mean? He has pretty much the whole offseason to reacclimate himself to this system.
And he was drafted for that system too. He was drafted for that system, so he has the skill set to play in that offense. So, I'm not even. Jimmy G ain't. I'm not saying Jimmy G is a superstar, but he could be solid. He could be average or whatever you want to call it. He could manage a game. I just think that we got to look. I'm just saying, if we draft a QB, everything that we talking about right now, it's gonna make sense. Everything's gonna come together. I think if we can get a young QB, it's gonna make everything better. Because then you have a veteran on a bridge QB contract, and then you have a young up and QB learning from a guy that's been there, done that, and that's played in that offense.
So I'm guessing we're not in Super Bowl mode now, right?
No, we rebuilding, bro. We rebuilding.
Hey, let me say this.
So why?
I'm a true Raider. I'm always optimistic. So I think our offense, with the proper QB that can distribute the ball properly, I think we're Super Bowl ready always, and we are a few pieces away on defense with Crosby getting money.
It's gonna take 2 off seasons to build the defense. because they're not gonna be able to solve all their problems in one offseason. So it's gonna take about at least 2 off seasons. Would you say?
I understand all of that. I understand what everybody say.
Unless Jalen Carter drops to number 7, and then damn, we got a mean pass rush.
There's a good chance of that. There's a good chance we get another D tackle at 7. I mean, it's just
there's a lot. There's even D tackles you can get in the second, third round. I'm talking about, like, I'm telling you, that guy, the dude from Baylor, the dude from USC. I mean, I know I'm a big USC guy, but that dude from, that dude in the middle for USC is a beast, man. That it's like there's a lot of defensive line help in this draft. So that's why I want to go go get secondary help now that you can, and which it looks like they are, going to get Epps. I know he's not a guy that we would want, like, ideally, but I mean he's gonna be a big help. He started every single game for the Eagles last year, and then you still got ties to a Bradbury, you still got ties to a Poirier, you still got ties to guys like that. You go build the secondary right now, and then this defensive line draft is so deep that I think you can fix this line with this draft.
How many big contracts can you give out with $24 million left?
I don't want to give out a bunch of big contracts. So I'm just okay.
Saying, like how many splash moves can you do with $24 million left in cap space? Can you do 1, maybe 2?
24? No,
I would say 1.
Not in today's league.
What?
Not in today's league.
Okay, so if it's 1, if it's 1, then okay, what position are you going to be going with right now?
It depends on what position you're going, though, because if you go linebacker, you're going to be able to get a top end linebacker for $10 million. So that's what I'm saying. You could too.
Would you want to pay 33-year-old top linebacker? Because that's what's left.
No.
Okay,
no.
exactly. So
then I'm young and hungry.
Okay, so then you got someone mentioned Bradbury, right? Bradbury is projected on Spot Track to make $15 million a year at age 29, a corner. But then you got a draft full of corners.
So
are you making that?
Let me say this: good teams, and this is what I hope we're getting to. And yeah, JT, this is all optimism. But when you draft good, we have a bunch of draft picks. Your first, second, third, fourth round draft picks, if you draft properly, they can come in and be starters. That's how, to me, the Cincinnati Bengals and other teams got good, because you hit on your draft picks. Hitting on your draft picks is key. We haven't been able to even hit on our first round draft picks. And when we finally hit on one, we traded his ass before it was time to sign a contract. So the draft is so huge to me. That's why the whole JT is ready to throw everything, and I don't like what I'm seeing. Today is the first day of free agency. I don't want
to keep that same energy y'all had last year, man.
Dog,
keep the same energy. No, you're not, because we're not talking about Super Bowl. We're not. We talking about let's just get into the playoff type of team. No, keep the same. I'm gonna keep the same energy, brother. No, I'm holding everybody to the caliber of what they was talking about last year, because we ain't really changed nothing from the team. Keep the same energy.
Let's keep the same argument. Let's keep that same argument.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be that type of year, cuz. Yeah. Content gonna be crazy this year. Content gonna be crazy.
You still keep that same energy, but I'm pretty sure we didn't start saying Super Bowl until all the moves were made. So that's all I'm saying. Let's be patient.
As soon as DA signed, it was Super Bowl.
Okay, but that's a DA. That was a DA, and then you got Chandler,
and we got a better quarterback. By everybody's standard, we have a better quarterback. We're developing better team. Keep the same energy.
I'm keeping the same energy. I'm still waiting on what we're gonna still get. We still have a big possibility, I think, of getting there.
Nah, I'm making sure we keep our expectations high.
Nobody was yelling nothing about.
Here we go.
On day one. Well, nobody yelling
coming off the
as soon as we signed DA, the thing was we have no more excuses no more. That's what the issue was. That's what we said.
Well, no, but not me. We got DA, and I said DC didn't have any more excuses. That's I said that motherfucker didn't have no more excuses.
We have a better quarterback now.
Why he wasn't successful, because he didn't have a number one receiver, so he couldn't be successful. So since he got his boy in, he didn't have no more damn excuses. And he threw 3 picks out the gate. First game out the season. Threw 3 of them. Well, no,
Okay,
but what I'm
Shout out
saying
to the
is,
chat.
go ahead.
I'm not even looking at the chat. You got the post. I'm not even looking at the chat. I don't even want to look at the chat.
Hey,
I'm gonna get the chat. I'm just saying we gonna keep. You know what? Let me open the
I'm gonna
chat.
keep the same energy. As of right now, I
Yeah.
think our offense is Super Bowl ready. Yes, it
Offense,
depends on
yes.
what it depends on what we do in free agency in the draft. But I think our offense is Super Bowl ready for sure.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. I just want to wait till the end, and then we'll see if we can still keep that same energy. Because yeah, you do have a point. If we don't do any, if this is just the only move, of course we're still gonna be fucking the bottom of the barrel. But there's
Hey, we
still
12
so
hours
much
in the free
freaking
agency.
room.
12 hours.
Exactly. There's still so much more room, draft picks, everything. You know what I mean? There's so much more things that we need to fill in to see how this team is gonna what it's gonna be, what it's gonna look like. Our offense is ready.
Then we ready to get to the playoffs. I know teams won with bad defenses.
Exactly.
There's a team in our division that had a bad defense.
Exactly.
So there's no letting up. Keep the same energy. We got a better quarterback who knows the offense. Our own line's gonna be in for a second year. Everyone should be better. I'm not selling for it. We just need to get to the playoffs and get a fuck that.
So JT, there's no chance for the Raiders to go to the playoffs next year.
According to
What?
him.
I didn't say that.
I think
I wasn't saying that.
We got to use context. We've always been saying that. Like, I think.
No. I'm killing y'all because when I was saying that shit last year, I'm like, yo, we barely squeaked in the year prior, and honestly, we got a new coach coming in. We got a new system. Nobody wanted to hear that. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear that no more. Nah, I don't want to hear that no more.
That's the reason why everybody has such high hopes.
Nah, it was Super Bowl though. It was Super Bowl, which y'all unrealistic. No, I'm keep the same energy, man.
Nah, man. Nah.
I hear you.
I don't want to hear no Nas. It's Super Bowl. Everybody got another year. Everybody knows the offense. Defense is gonna be better. Offensive line gonna be better.
I can guarantee you.
We got a better quarterback who knows the offense.
Part of those arguments were that the defense was going to be a lot better. Part of those arguments last year were because the defense was going to be a lot better. We didn't think they were going to be shit.
They got better, didn't they? We picked up.
No. We didn't. I don't think anybody thought the defense.
Hey, experience leads to better production, doesn't it? Our D got experience now. They gonna know where to be at.
That signing, not everybody was not saying that he was better than Ngakoue.
Say what again?
So when we signed Chandler Jones in free agency, I can guarantee you almost everybody and their mom was saying,
Hey, Dirty, what did I say? Dirty, what did I say?
I didn't say that.
Hey, Dirty, I was like, motherfucker, I was in Arizona. I seen what he was doing. Calais Campbell was the reason why he was getting all that productivity when he was out here. I didn't say that. That's what I'm saying. That's what y'all did. Y'all jumped to those conclusions, not me.
But that was part of the reason why people felt the way they did, though, because they felt that defense was going to be improved or something.
What's changed? Why is your expectation changed then?
Because we have the ammo to do it.
You know what's crazy though? Check it out. You know what's crazy? You said something that was pivotal. You said Calais Campbell was the reason why he was doing what he was doing. He was playing next to Calais, right?
Uh-huh.
So if you think about it, when he came over here, you're absolutely correct. He was playing trash until Tillery came next to him, and all of a sudden, at the end of the year, the last 6 games, he started balling. So, like you said, somebody next to him that's balling is going to affect his play, right? So then, if we're saying that we're going to get a killer D tackle in the goddamn draft, or you know what I mean, or we're getting these players, then I would expect that if there's somebody next to him that's balling, he's going to have a good year, right? He's going to be playing well. But just like with Calais, when you was in Arizona watching him, with Calais next to him balling. If a nigga's right there balling next to him, then I don't see any reason why he shouldn't, because what he proved to me last year was when a guy's next to him balling, he stands out. And we seen that with our own eyes, unless you wasn't watching the game.
I love that you said that. Now this is the thing.
So much.
Hold on, let me respond to him, guys. Now, That was working towards the end of the season. What's wrong with the picture right now? Wouldn't you keep someone who works in your system and is doing well and you're playing well? Wouldn't you want to keep that piece?
I would.
So are we doing that and building upon what works, or are we trying something new again?
Unless they feel they can get better, like they said.
So that's and this is my biggest issue.
Young and hungry.
Yeah, but when you see something work and things are working, and guys are starting to get it, you as the leader of a team are changing it up. Why is that? And I'm supposed to be comfortable with that?
If you're a business owner, don't you change things up in your business sometimes?
When it's failing, but when it's working, you don't.
Sometimes, but I feel it though. Most times, absolutely. Like I don't disagree.
You fire people for poor work performance, not good.
What do you think about next year, JT? Because you asking us to peep the Super Bowl aspirations.
As of right now, we're a 6-11 team.
I am.
And I was banking on Carr being the Carr that from the year before.
As I said, I pray that you're right and I'm absolutely wrong on every single fucking point.
So you banking
100%. No, I'm not. Unfortunately, I go off the probability, not possibility. I look at what we have done and what we continue to do. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, we have a history of not doing what we want us to do or what we think we can do or what other teams have done. That's the reason why we're in the predicament we are in now. So to sit here and try and compare what we do compared to what Cincinnati has done, what Buffalo has done, what Kansas City has done, what San Francisco has done, all the teams that win have done, we've never done in the last 20 plus years. So why am I thinking now we can do that? And they didn't do it last year.
So you said keep the Super Bowl aspirations. I do. And I'm telling you here today on live YouTube, whatever, that I do. So where are your aspirations at? I'm asking you today as we sit here live.
Where my aspiration?
Yeah.
My aspirations last year was we're a possible playoff team. We were possible. This year, right now, nine-win team.
You gave us 9?
I can see 9. I honestly don't think our schedule is going to be as hard as what people think it is. I understand if we're basing. I don't think the teams that were as good as they were last year are going to be as good as this year, and there's going to be more tape and things that we can exploit.
Okay.
Because like I said, I know I'm being negative. I do see positive things, but unfortunately, it's a 17-game season.
For sure. And what your verbal
we've consistently had guys.
Your verbal was saying 4 wins, so I was just trying to see exactly and get a number around where you.
Wait, who said 4 wins?
I know that. You didn't say it, but what you were saying
sounded
like 4 wins.
I said no. I said we were a 6-win team. That's what is on. That's what we did. And honestly, we just made lateral moves, so we didn't get better in my eyes. So if we're just making lateral moves, how is optimism going to change?
I get that,
free agency though, right? And I get that, but it's day one of free agency. We've been in free agency like less than 24 hours.
Hey man, there's other teams who day one and they're dramatically better.
You just tell us that we can't be basing off of what other teams are doing.
I can. For what we've been doing, for me to feel comfortable, I need to hit out the park.
Last year, how many guys
get signed on day one? Wait, how many guys get?
We had an early start on guys who we could have got. We benched the guy 2 weeks in advance. It was like, all right, we looking at QBs now. We looking at pieces now. We had a 2-week head start to everybody else. And we're still getting outplayed right now. We're still getting outmanaged and out-negotiated right now.
Negotiated.
Yes, we're not negotiating with people. We're not bringing guys in.
Man.
It's like, oh, what are we looking at?
There's teams that didn't bring in nobody. We brought in like 3 guys today.
Look, if I was GM, I would be this is what I would do. I would send out stories to all my beat writers saying this is the rumor, this is who we're going after. Even if I'm not going after them, I'm sending it out there to show the activity that I'm doing. Because that tells me, oh, we're trying to be real players. We're trying to bring in people. That's going to send a message to other people who are on the verge of trying to leave or possibly looking for a new home. We're not doing that.
We're not even in the first 24 hours of free agency.
I'm sorry. I know how to play the fucking game. This is the management game. Where you want to force somebody else's hand to sign somebody who you don't want. You do that shit in the draft too.
Stop.
Come on, man. Stop what?
Hold on, man. First off, it's not even 24 hours, right? They're not even done. They're not even done.
Mm-hmm.
You're ready, like I said earlier, bro. You're ready to fly off a cliff, and they're not even done yet.
I feel you, GQ.
I'm not even close to I'm not even near the cliff. You haven't even seen it yet. I'm not even near the cliff.
Bro, you parasailing right now, bro.
I'm not even near the cliff.
Bro,
I'm not even in the car yet. I'm not even in the car yet. I'm not even in the car yet.
Should we play JT theme song?
Free agency hasn't even officially started, and you're already jumping off the cliff.
I'm not jumping off the cliff. I just didn't see anything from my team.
Bro, because
I just didn't see anything.
But they're not finished.
We're in the tampering period still.
Bro, you don't think it's a good start? You don't think it's a good start to go get a serviceable quarterback for a low price so that you can actually address some other needs? You don't think that's a good start?
JT trolling.
I know
starting safety on the number one secondary in the league.
Is he signed?
Yeah, he signed. I mean, nobody signs till Wednesday, bro. Don't ask that stupid question.
That's why I asked that. He could change his mind. Change his mind. Hey, our head coach changed his mind too. Just want to say that. Just want to say that. What you say?
That you could.
Like you said, Dirty, he still could. They could still talk to other people too. Mm-hmm. Okay. Wait, you know what? Hold on. You know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm about to keep a journal. March 14th. I'm about to write it down.
The guard that they signed from Denver, that dude, they just signed him a couple days ago though. Even before this, I even like that guard that they signed. He's like a Samoan dude. Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, JT is the Stephen A of fucking Raider content, bro.
Stephen A.
They called you Skip Bayless in the chat.
Hey, he practicing his daddy voice. That's all it is. He talking to niggas like he is fucking daddy and shit, man. We ain't nobody fucking son and shit. We don't be like, damn, man, who you talking to like this?
Hey, bro,
I ain't said nobody. I'm just saying keep that energy, man. Nah, I'm gonna make sure we keeping that energy, man. Nah, bro. We always talk about Super Bowls over here. That's what we would be saying. Nah, that's what we do. We talk about Super Bowls over here, baby.
Hey, baby.
This is why we brought this coaching staff in. The Patriot way, man. We gonna do it. Just saying. This is what we do.
Hey, what was you saying about Arizona? I was walking off. What was you saying about AZ?
No, that wasn't me. That was that was like Kush. I don't know his name. He looked like Kush, but it's not Kush.
How do you know that this was in a 2-year plan? Now you build the offense 1 year, you build the defense the next.
The offense got to work the first year for you to build the defense.
You got the pieces. Year. Now you got the quarterback that according to them is gonna work for them, right? Because this is their plan. So you got the offense. So now you get all your resources and you apply them to the defense.
We brought in a quarterback who got
For,
beat out by
for,
a rookie and a first year guy who came off
Look,
an
look,
injury.
there you go. You about to put that daddy voice on your ass. You about to
for it to
do
be
your homework,
for,
do your homework,
Just
hey,
nigga.
for it to
just
be day one, you know what I'm saying? I don't think we really pushed the needle forward. You know what I'm saying? I think we kind of did a stalemate, but I mean it's still day one, and that's just how I'm taking it. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy G is just is apples to oranges. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the quarterback play, I think Jimmy G and DC are pretty much the similar type of quarterback. So you're not it's not like a big jump there. You know what I'm saying? So I
agree.
Brandon
you
Faison,
right.
you
You
know what
right,
I'm
Twan.
saying? Like
I agree.
I there's nothing that really pushed the needle for me. So but it's still day one, and that's how I take it.
Twan is right. Dirty's right. But for me, it's week 17 and we need to win the game.
Fuck you.
There's just something. There's just
But
something
for
about.
me, it's desperation. We
JT
play
wants that.
Super Bowls over here.
There's
JT
just
I'm
something
wants
setting
about.
the expectation. The bar is here, man. We ain't meeting the bar. We got to step it up. Now I don't want mediocre no more. There's a bar that needs to be
JT be
upheld.
trolling, bro. JT be trolling. He
I'm
just
not
want a
fucking
reaction.
trolling, man. Nah, I'm
He
tired of
wants a
this shit,
reaction.
man.
Hey,
Nah.
Reaction.
JT want that
Now,
old
now
ass.
we want to regress our expectations. What we talking about? Nah,
Bro,
bruh.
I'm
We
just
Super
saying,
Bowl
just make
team.
the playoffs first, bro. One step at a time. Just make the playoffs, bro. Just make it. Just
And
make
when
it.
you get to the goal line,
Where
you
was
leave
this?
that goal line, throw the ball in the end zone.
Where was
Man,
this reason in the
man.
last 2 years? I
We're
just
gonna
wonder where was
be.
this? Where was this? Where was this reasoning? Where was
We're
this
gonna stay.
logic
We're
when
gonna
it
stay
was
healthy.
required?
We're gonna win.
I stay the same. I don't know what's happening.
That's the only thing that scares me, though, the health. Then that's it. And other than that, I think our offense is straight.
I hope so.
Our offense has been straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like it's been perfect, but like when you look at the side of the ball that's always been lacking, it's always been our defense.
No,
Sure.
yeah, I agree with you there. But like I was saying earlier, like if you can do that, right? But you're getting that, like, okay, you're saying you're a lateral move, but you made that lateral move and saved yourself a bunch of money in the
Mhm.
Of
process.
course.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say this talking point, but let's be real. Okay. So we're going to hand the ball off a lot right now, right? We're going to hand the ball off a lot next year, right? And we had to franchise Josh Jacobs because we couldn't even offer the money we wanted to offer him to get a deal, right? So say he has another career year. What do you think his action price is going to be then?
No, a lot of
Well,
money.
shit. Today's price is
So
definitely
I
not
mean,
yesterday's price for sure.
are we thinking that far? Because that's how far I be thinking when it comes to certain things and how the team is moving. This
I
is
would
how
say at least
far ahead I'm thinking. Because
16.
if we do what you say and Jimmy G is gonna hand the ball off a lot, that means Josh Jacobs probably gonna have another career year. He's already kind of upset with how everything's playing out. You don't think he's gonna be asking for Le'Veon type of money when he was asking for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Perhaps
We already didn't have the money last year. We're not gonna have it next year.
Josh want to win. Winning cures everything. At the end of the day, winning cures everything. Josh want to win. If we win, Josh will be okay with what happened. Ultimately, he wants to win. He wants his money, but he wants to win. That's what's going to matter with him.
That's the
If we
most
win,
important.
if we win,
Because
I
when
hear
you're
you.
winning,
we'll
guys
deal
to take less
with his
money.
contract.
You know what I mean? Because when you're winning, it allows your guys to take less money, which was so surprising to me. Why fucking, Jimmy G took the contract that he did. You know what I mean? That was so surprising to me. Like that's why once the numbers came out, I wasn't at all fucking mad about it. Dog. Like it was just like that shit was like a
Because
perfect
nobody
contract.
wanted him but us.
I was
Nobody
gonna
wanted him. Nobody wanted him. He's an
According to
injury
some,
prone.
according to some people that are on the panel here that had sources said that he wouldn't even pick up a call from other teams.
You think a guy is not going to pick up a call of a team that would offer him money when he's a quarterback and play in the league, still trying to play?
He's actually a writer, dog. Like I'm just saying, he's.
Hey, Gabe, remember a couple minutes ago when I said I'm gonna put stories out there to force people's hands? Remember when I literally said that a couple minutes ago?
But
that's what that story was, Gabe.
But track records are important though, and he's never been known to just put out stories like that.
Okay, well now let's talk facts. Jimmy G hasn't completed a season in the last 2-3 seasons. He's been hurt. He went on a non-contact injury this last time. He got beat out by a rookie in New England. He got beat out by a first-time guy, and then he even lost his job injured to the third or fourth string guy.
Who he get beat
He
up
also
by
was in the
New England?
He was also in the NFC Championship game that Jimmy Ward dropped a game winner.
Wait, he was. Hold on, wait. Let me see.
Super chat.
That dude.
I'm doing right now. I'm looking up right now. Give me a second.
Nope.
He just
Shout
lost
out
me.
to my boy D.
He left in 2016. It was.
I gotta go to work tomorrow in the
Double
morning.
dog.
Hey, but
Jimmy G.
Hold on. No, he didn't lose to Mac Jones. I was wrong. Slow down. Hold on.
Oh, we do that.
I was wrong. Mac wasn't there. No.
We know.
So
okay.
we got 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in the show. That's what the timer is. And by the way, if anybody wants to know, that's the signal last 10 minutes of the show.
I can do 8 minutes.
You want me to reset it again? I saw it earlier.
No, I know you saw it. That's not my boy D.
I done seen it a few times.
Appreciate you, D. Minutes. Thank you very much. So,
Double dog.
And Jacoby was gonna beat him out for the position, even though Brady wanted him.
Even in the year before the Super Bowl, they went to the NFC Championship game, and just because Jimmy Ward dropped the game-winning interception, they weren't in the Super Bowl 2 years in a row.
He had one, I think, 4 attempts that year.
He's 4-2 in playoffs, man.
I think the Niners were on their way to moving on with them, especially the way that Brock Purdy played, and you know what I'm saying. They still have Trey Lance there that they spent a whole lot of draft capital on. You know what I'm saying? So I think the writing was slowly on the wall for him, and I think that was why he, you know what I'm saying, was like, hey, I need to go somewhere. And
when he was laughing in that playoff game, that's what did it for him in San Francisco. That's how you know his ass was gone. He was laughing on the sideline when they was taking that L in Philly.
Where's playoff stats at?
Yeah,
I think Shanahan wasn't like, you know what I mean? It wasn't his guy.
I think he still likes. I think Shanahan still liked him, but they have too many young guys. They have a new guy. You know what I'm saying? Brock Purdy. That all the fans love. And then they spent, you know what I'm saying? When you spend draft capital or you spend a lot of money on something like a player, they want to see that player eventually get on the field. So Trey Lance is going to have to see the field.
To be drafting quarterback year after year, that obviously meant that he didn't really believe in Jimmy G. Like, that wasn't his guy. I mean, to be drafting guys, you know, year after year, you know, in Trey Lance and then a Brock Purdy, you know what I mean? That obviously meant that Mike Shanahan didn't probably even think that was his guy.
Well, I mean, and then you have to borrow the injuries too. Like, you know what I'm saying? If he knows that Jimmy G is always getting hurt, you got to have another quarterback. So that could have been the other reason why they kept, you know, digging for a quarterback. And and to be honest with you, let's be honest, Mr. Irrelevant. I don't think they really thought that play that he was going to hit like that. You know what I'm saying? They were just shot in the dark, and it just worked out.
That's just a fucking needle in the haystack.
Yeah. So that's it.
Hey, Q's, where can we find y'all, man? Where we get up out here?
Hold on, man. Wait a minute.
Super Hood Raider Nation Tailgate Drinking Club.
What is it?
That's definitely not the name. Raider Nation.
Hey, you would have this at a porn site, dog.
That is definitely not the
name. Yeah, man.
BlackBooties.com.
On YouTube, man. Raider Nation Drinking Club. On Facebook as well. We're out there. We just starting up. The Mighty Thor and Q. They used to be, doing this on another channel before we ain't even gonna mention them, but we started now with the new channel again. The Thor is one of the creators and Q of the Super Hood Tailgate in Oakland. So we're bringing it to the YouTube airways, man, with the Raider Nation Drinking Club, man. We open and welcome to everybody, all Raiders, all opinions. Feel me? Everybody and anybody, it's all love with us. As long as you like to drink, you like to talk Raider shit. You feel me? That's what we talking about.
You just got to subscribe. I just got you.
Hey, before you leave, don't leave. I'm about to read you some playoff stats that'll. We're gonna talk about guys 4 playoff wins. Come on, hurry up, get through it.
Shout out to All Eyes on G, putting it up in the chat. Appreciate you, big dog.
I want to hear him because I am curious. I want to hear him.
Hey, and I just put it in the chat too. But when you look it up on YouTube, it's easier to find it by using Super Hood. Because I've done it before.
Superhead.
Okay.
Isn't that one girl?
Yeah, because I was about to say.
Man, he said Super Hood. He didn't say Superhead. He said Super Hood. Whoa, man.
Hey, tell her to pull up.
Hey, now you don't want her to pull up. You don't want her to pull up.
No, I don't. You're right, JT. I do not.
No, I'm not gonna let you do that.
So.
Even with you, he'll take. Okay, y'all want to hear some mind-boggling stats for this four playoff win guy? So when he beat the Dallas Cowboys, he was 16 for 25 for 172 yards and 1 interception. When he played the Green Bay Packers, 11 for 19, 131, 1 interception, 4 sacks. They won that game. His best game was against the Rams when they lost. 16 for 30, 232, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And wait, I think I read this one.
Yes, six playoff games, right?
Oh yeah, I can get into another one. Another playoff game, 11 for 19, 131, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And they beat Minnesota. And here's the kicker. When they beat the Green Bay Packers 37-20, Jimmy G was 6 for 8 for 77 yards.
I remember that game.
Yeah, I remember that game.
Don't tell me this guy was lighting it up winning playoff games. No more.
Frozen tundra.
Hey. And that's cool. But as long as he's not throwing pick sixes or throwing a pick to end the game, I'm cool with the 77. If that 77 wins me the game and he's not losing me the game, excellent. Don't lose me the game.
Hey, Michael Guerrero said read car playoff stats.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm just happy he just made it to the playoffs.
I got you. I'll get your car. I got you.
It's 3 minutes left. It's my time.
0 for 0.
3 minutes left. It's my time. So, with these last 3 minutes, man. Hey, look. Hey, Gabe.
Michael, take your DMs.
Final
closing thoughts on today, Gabe. Final closing thoughts on today, and let people know where they can find you.
I'm just
just expecting more tomorrow, dog, because I think we're on the right. I think there's a path now. It's that there's a path to it now, dog. It's there. You know, the draft picks. We got some money, which we could still go over the draft. Like you see teams going over the draft. We could pay that next year, whatever. You know, like what that's the cap hit or whatever. I think there's still room to go get 2, 3 more players in this free agency, and then you could go, build the defense, the depth through the draft. As far as the offense, I think we're straight, dog. As long as those are valid points about his injury history. That's what scares me the most. But if you can if you can keep him upright, which is a big question mark, but as far as him being on the while he's on the field, I don't have a problem with it. I think he's more than adequate to take this offense. You know what I mean? To take this type of offense to have a good season is just the defense now. Building that defense, which I think what I've been saying all day, we have the ammo for it. And you can find me shit fucking right here, dog. Fucking either somebody doing the show on the panel, I'll jump on the panel or whatever. But my channel, you could find me at Raider Gate 420. And we'll be doing more shows, especially right now with the free agency starting, especially the new league year starting. We're gonna be doing some more things too. I'm sure tomorrow I'm gonna have a show, so just keep a lookout for that.
Gotcha. Twan.
Like I said, is day one. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anything really pushed the needle. You know what I'm saying on the acquisitions. I'm glad that we finally got a quarterback. We can kind of get that out of our hair. I think we all were stressing about who was going to really be under center for us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that we actually identified who that is. That also applies pressure to McDaniels, you know what I'm saying? Because it is his guy. He can't run from the situation to say that he didn't get his guy. He has his guy. And that's my take for day one. And again, it is day one, so I expect more coming forward. Raider Twan, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube. If you don't subscribe, you know what I'm saying, you playing with yourself. And then Twan on IG, you know what I'm saying, anybody that wants me to come on to their show, you know what I'm saying, hit me up on IG. You know what I'm saying, I'm always down to talk football, talk about life. And again, since I am the chaplain of N.W.A, you know what I'm saying, if you need some prayer or anything else like that, also hit me up on IG. Twan, TWUAN, TWUAN on IG.
I'm gonna come back. I know Q said he gotta go. Q, closing thoughts on the first day.
First day, I didn't expect too much. I didn't want to jump out there and spend a bunch of wasteless money, but it would have been nice to get Trayvon Edmonds. But I was happy to get a quarterback. It wasn't the quarterback that I necessarily wanted, but there's a lot. I feel like it was a lateral move for less money, so I'm not mad on day one because day 4 last year we got Devontae Adams. So
for sure. Where can they find you at, brother?
Man, we on RNDC YouTube, Super Hood. I'm gonna put it in the chat. GQ just called me out and said what I said wasn't it.
Somebody put it in the chat too. So I put it in the chat too. Nah, I'm just saying it's Raider Nation Drinking Club, Superhood Tailgate. That's what I'm saying. It was originated from that vein, bro, from the Superhood shit. But the Raider Nation Drinking Club, the channel, the page, but we out there. That's what I know some of y'all be out there too, but we really be out there. So during the season, we're you can find us in the J Lot at the tailgate, you know what I mean? Pull up out there. If you're in Vegas, we be out there, making it happen with the people, out there touching the people. You know what I mean?
What's your closing thoughts for the day? Day one.
First of all, I definitely appreciate y'all having me and having us, bro. This shit was crazy. It was a blast for real. Yeah, I mean, but I'm gonna wait and see. I'm cool. My thoughts is I'm cool with day one. Yes, we could have made another move or whatever the case may be, but I'm just cool. I'm still on the wait and see. I'm gonna see. I gotta see. You feel me? So I'm just there. It's cool. Whatever. I still am just gonna wait.
For sure. I ain't mad at that. Pharaoh, what you got for us?
Man, kind of more of the same from what everybody's saying, man. It's the first day of free agency. It's still a lot of moves left. First day off season, pretty much. I'm looking forward to the draft. I don't think they're going to make a lot of big splash moves in free agency, but I'm kind of more so looking forward to the draft because I want to see what Dave Z can do with all those draft picks, and if they even try to go after a QB, like I was saying earlier. And yeah, man, I'm hey, it's still a long off season to go until we can make like predictions on what the season's going to look like. And yeah, man, and y'all can find me Las Vegas Raiders with Pharaoh NFL. You can find me everywhere on Pharaoh NFL on social media, Twitter, Instagram, but most importantly on YouTube, Las Vegas Raiders with Pharaoh NFL for Raider news. Just a Raider football. I mean, we like to have good conversations. I do a weekly show with my co-host Raider Ray. Just had a show today. We probably gonna have a show probably next week or maybe this weekend. So just be on the lookout for that. And yeah, man, I appreciate you for having me on, Dirty.
Always.
Yeah.
Kush, what you got for us, man? Closing thoughts.
Man, RNDC, nice to meet y'all. Q in the panel, JT, Gabe, Twan, Farrell, nice to meet you
Likewise, brother.
officially, my brother. And Dirty, thanks for having me again.
Always.
Man, final thoughts, man, is just what we saw here is that we can get a bunch of brothers that have different opinions together, no matter as hard as, motherfuckers are trying to get us to squabble. Everybody got their own opinion and it's all respected here. So I think that's probably the most important thing that I took away from today, outside of just the free agency that was. Also just patience, man, because if we look at last year, the same shit happened. We was freaking out day one. Everyone was down there about to jump off a cliff. We didn't see nothing. And we was like, what is Ziegler doing? He asleep at the wheel, you know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, one thing happened, and we started getting more trades. Yeah, we got I was watching Dirty just to keep my sanity at about midnight, 1 a.m., and it was rough, man. So I appreciate to just be given opportunity to be here this year to help soothe some Raider Nation that can't sleep right now. But hey, man, look, y'all can find me on YouTube, Raider Kush. I'm around the block. We always gonna be over here talking some shit. But yeah, we just like you guys see it here. This is where we're gonna be on my channel on IG. We make the funnies, but hey, like I said, it's all love. Unless somebody got some beef, so if y'all got some content y'all want me to create or talk about, then we'll do it just to keep us entertained. In the meantime, from this season, we're gonna see Jimmy G as our QB. But like I said, I want to see what this draft got to say too. So, man, appreciate y'all again. Salute.
Yeah. JT, you didn't get final thoughts the whole show, man. What are your closing thoughts, JT?
Closing thoughts. I'm gonna make it quick. I only got 8% left. Honestly, like I said, it's only day one, so I wasn't really tripping. I just had to give people a hard time, and I wanted y'all to make sure y'all keep that energy for the whole year. This is the type of I'm gonna make sure y'all keep it. But tomorrow, what I need to see is us. We need to go after Sheldon Rankins and sign him off free agency. He only about 4 or 5. We can definitely get that. Fill a defensive tackle need. Bring in a 7-year vet who's only 28. We can definitely help out with the interior. Honestly, I like Dalton Schultz as a tight end. I like him better than majority of the tight ends coming in. He's a better route runner than most, other than the kid from Notre Dame.
So you're saying we got a chance?
Maybe we been had a chance. Man, I'm just saying keep that energy. But other than that, day 2 needs to be a better day than day 1 for me personally. I say, there's one more I can remember. The Eagles guard. That's one guy we might drop some money on.
Isaac
or whatever. Isaac Izom or whatever his name is. He's a guard that we should be looking at. Those two, Sheldon Rankins and the guard from the Eagles.
A lot of good players left.
I mean, for now, but if we continue to wait and put out the message that we putting out, people really aren't going to be picking up our calls like Gabe was saying. Because, I mean, we got to send out a narrative that we willing to win and we're showing that we're trying to win and not just be cheap and lowball you. Because if we cheap and lowball, their agents aren't even going to take us serious.
Nope.
And that's the issue that I have with the Raiders. We got to look like we really want to win. Even if we are rebuilding, look like you're trying to win. and be an attractive destination for some of these guys that are trying to go somewhere else, and stating that they want to go somewhere else. That's it.
All right, I like it.
And for everybody out there,
it's gonna be worse.
Y'all know y'all love me, but fuck y'all.
Okay, JT. No, but you still have a minute 37, JT. Come on.
No,
I got time. I got
no,
time.
he's done.
Nah,
That's my
Oh,
minute.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that much time.
That's my
I've been
minute.
looking at that time.
No, he's done. We're done with JT, bro. We're done with JT.
Look, I was positive.
So for me, man, first and foremost, I want to thank every single person here on my panel. I appreciate you guys for pulling up and sharing your thoughts and opinions. Thanks to the chat, you know what I mean, for being here. As I always tell you, I could do a show all day long, but what's a show without a chat? You know what I mean? It's just somebody that I might as well just come in and do a pre-recording and let it go, right? The fact that you guys stay intertwined with us and ask questions and you check some of the guests and whatnot, you know what I mean, is greatly appreciated. 50 billion things on YouTube. The fact that you allow me to grace your screen for any amount of time is greatly appreciated, more than I can verbally express. For me, it's day one. You know what I mean? I already said I'm gonna give them 7 weeks. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna stick to that. 7 weeks. You know what I mean? They got till week 7 with me. You know what I mean? If we 1-6, I want them gone. If we're anything better than 3-3, come week 7, I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm good. There's still a whole lot of season left. But at 1-6, I want them out, bro. I want them out.
I feel it.
That and that's just being real. So I'm gonna wait to see what else they do. I really think they may hit on Jordan Poyer. I think that'll send a message throughout the NFL that we want to win. And you know what I mean? The fact that they've stuck out that bidding war, it's a 3-team bidding war on Jordan Poyer. So you know, and we're front runners right now. But with that being said, hey, YouTube, no matter how much it rains, you can never stop the sun from shining. Raider Nation, YouTube, go get your motherfucking sunshine, man. We out. Peace.
Peace.